Amphi with the first. Holy late. I can't even say that in the first, like, 10 minutes of the YouTube VOD or whatever. It'll get chopped. P-Dog with the 45 stream streak. Appreciate that. Late cock. 3 minutes late. Mods kill him. High late kiss shock. Faux cucked shock is late as usual. SMH my head. Leave the poor guy alone. He flies in from Key West to do these streams. Okay. I mean, chat, I don't fly in from Key West. Nor am I a carpet salesman residing within Key West. Okay, dude? Also, why would I have to fly in from Key West? It's a stream. That's where he sells carpets. It's literally not, though, because I don't sell them. Sup, short dude, how's it going? Currently doing a status build without flat cannon, so yeah. I mean, bro, like, flat cannon's just the best payoff in the world, but it's not necessarily, like, an end-all be-all, you know what I mean? I think status builds still thrive without flat cannon. There's other payoffs. I guess all the other payoffs are rare, to be fair. At least the ones that I can think of. Catboy carpet salesman in Key West. What? The Catboy thing is like not even, that's, I don't even know what to say about that. That's just completely out of left field. You wake up, fly your private helicopter to Key West, spend the whole day selling carpets, then fly back to your house to stream. I don't even know what to say. Hi, good luck. Thank you, exclamation mark. Mr. Streamer, I have a stupid question about Balatro. Welcome in, Brody. Shoot. On selling carpets, question mark. I literally don't sell carpets. It's kind of important when your main status is burn. Nah, just like block. Get that one that like gives you dazes for block, and then you're chilling. Trust. Main status is burn. What else generates burns aside from the overclock or whatever it is? I don't even remember. Shot, can I use the carpet you sold me? Okay, I'm going to stop you right there. Did not sell you a carpet. Did not sell you a carpet. Can I use the carpet you sold me as a rolling paper for a comically large blunt? Okay, so first off, didn't sell you a carpet. Not a carpet salesman. I don't know how many times I have to reiterate this. Second off, in the hypothetical scenario that I did sell you a carpet, is in your possession. You can do what you want with it. You're an autonomous human being. What happens if your only jokers are 2 copies of Invis and you sell one? It copies Invis, but it does not copy the turn count, so it's not like an infinite money generator. It is an infinite Invis generator, but it's like the equivalent of $4 per ante, right? It's my understanding that way back in the day that was an oversight and it did not work like that, so it did copy turn count, and if you had 2 invises that were turned on, it would copy turn count, and then you would just get infinite money, like literally infinite money. But they fixed that because, as you can imagine, that's like kind of crazy. But yeah, if you sell an Invis, if you have 2 copies of Invis ready to pop and you sell one, it just copies Invis, but it goes to 0 out of 2 turns. So you can't like chain sell them. This means Shot condones minors using marijuana. Mods get him. I don't condone it. I'm just saying I'm not your dad. I can't stop you. I play Balatro on the internet, bro. Streamer, can you do your UMA dailies on stream? You are confusing me probably because I'm such a good Balatro player. You're confusing me with Dr. Spectred. I don't play UMA. Doc does do UMA dailies on stream from time to time, though. Shout out Dr. Spectred. Excuse me. Streamer Immolate gives you burns, and also did you see my Balatro score? Is Immolate in... Isn't Immolate Spire 1? Why is there string cheese in your mouth? Streamer, can you start playing Uma Musume on stream and do your dailies, then play Balatro? No, I'm not gonna play Uma, I'm sorry. Not my type of game. Seems very grindy, and I don't like grindy games. It seems okay, I like grindy games where you're like actively puzzle solving, I guess. Uma seems grindy in the sense that like World of Warcraft is grindy, where you're just like left clicking for 9 hours. Sup Unk Part 20. Part 20. Shocked face, shocked face, shocked face. Exclamation mark muted. Literally not, by the way. Uma Musume kinda like Clash Royale, low-key. Alright, well then I'm definitely not playing it if that's the case. If that's the case. Welcome in 3. Blueprints playthrough when? I did buy Blueprints. I don't know if I would play it on stream, though. But it is in my library. Streamer, did you see my Balatro score in the Balatro General channel? I'm not sure. Let me see. Oh, missed by 3. Tragic. Excuse me. Uma Musume is like a slot machine if you like horse girls. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not a huge fan of either of those things, if I am being honest. The one time I've interacted with slot machines in my entire life, it was so, like, sad. It was a very harrowing realization that, like, wow, people get so addicted to these that they, like, throw away their life savings. Because genuinely, gambling at a slot machine, at a physical slot machine, was like the worst shit ever. You've also seen it in Clover Pit. Yeah, but Clover Pit's different because I'm not losing money. Like, I die in the video game and that makes me crash out, but like when I'm putting my own hard-earned cash into the machine and it's like not fun whatsoever, like, bro, the casino... The casino that I went to was like only slot machines, and that was like actually miserable. The only thing that made it fun was I went there with like 4 friends and we all just like had a good time because of how terrible it was. Slot machines versus sports betting, what's worse? Slot machines for sure. Slot machines hands down. Casinos love the slot machines because they can change the odds. Sports betting 1000%? No, you're just wrong, dude. Compared to stuff like roulette or blackjack. Yeah, exactly. You're seriously telling me an adult man with bills and social security doesn't want to dedicate hours of his life to a horse girl game? D-face. I mean, listen, I'm not above dedicating myself to equally stupid shit for equally obscene amounts of time, but like, I'm just not, it's just not my, it's just not my typical structure of game that I would get attached to. Sports betting is probably doing more overall harm right now. Yeah, but like, it's because it's cooler. Like, if we're saying which is worse for society as a whole in the current state of the world, that's like maybe a more complicated question to answer. But if we're just asking flat out, what's worse, slot machines or sports betting? I mean, sports betting I've never done, but I would imagine that there would be like a little bit of fun in it. Slot machines, when I did it, they were ass. It was no fun whatsoever. There was fun when I was gambling at slot machines, but the fun was like the equivalent of seeing a turbo shit movie with your friends and you just like make fun of it the whole time. The fun isn't actually seeing the movie because the movie sucks ass and cocking nuts and balls. The fun is like bantering with your friends, and it was the same type of shit. Like, sports betting is definitely worse for society, especially because of how, like, accessible it is, particularly to young and impressionable young adults. But, like, there's at least, like, a monicum of fun that can be had when you're sports betting. Hey, folks, today I played Balatro. Oh, hang on, I gotta do my raffle voice. Hey, folks, in today's stream, I play Balatro 0 to 100% for the 34th stream. Currently at 83%, trying to get orange stake on all decks. I feel like I had Doc's cadence there, but like with a sort of raffle voice. Sports betting is a 50-50. Slot machine is 1 in 6 quadrillion. Yeah, that's also like a justification in my mind. Is like, okay, sports betting is RNG at the end of the day, but it's not as cut and dry of RNG as, like, you know, slot machines. Like, sports betting is RNG in the same way that, like, Balatro is RNG. Is there, like, you know, at its core randomness involved? Yeah. Is it, like, you know, the forefront? I mean, kinda, but not as much as slot machines. Slot machines are just actually RNG. Like, there's no manipulation there whatsoever. Sports bets, you can at least be like, well, this player is, like, pretty good, and his, you know, he's had a good performance this season, and he's won against this team historically, so I have a really good chance of winning here. Whereas slot machines are just like pull the lever and you know, receive a dicking down a majority of the time. Not to say that you don't get dicked down a lot in sports betting. I'm just, you know what I'm getting at. Sports betting is somewhat predictable randomness. Yeah, and like it's not predictable enough to be like consistent, not even close. But like slot machine is completely unpredictable, right? Like, there's no strategy involved. Sports betting is maybe, like, 4% strategy, 96 RNG. Slot machines are, like, 100% RNG, so, like, slot machines are S. I feel like it's pretty cut and dry. Can I bet on when you know who dies? That's crazy, but probably. Why would you want to bet on when Focus Shock dies? No, I don't think that was the insinuation. Bet on when Shock will be late for easy cash. That's crazy. Hi, streamer. Hello, Manny. I'm trying to get to YouTube chatters. 14 River, hello as well. Lukewarm, hello. I saw your video on Jokerless and it helped me win the challenge, so thank you for the helpful tips. Well, thank you for watching the video, and I'm glad that you're able to get a dub. That's awesome. Streamer is actually a shill for DraftKings. Listen. I'm not gonna say verbatim that I would never do a gambling ad, because let's be honest, if a gambling company is coming to you and saying, hey, you should do an ad for us, they're probably paying you buku bucks. And I'm not opposed to buku bucks. However, if the time ever comes and I do a gambling ad, just know that I have completely sold out and that I am, like, morally ambiguous. And you should, like, not take anything that I say seriously at all. That's my 2 cents. I don't think ambiguous was the correct term there, but I think the point still got across, so maybe it was the correct term, just, like, not used properly. Bet on when streamer opens his carpet shop. Over or under 1.5 carpets sold today? That's crazy. There's a really good video I've watched a while ago contextualizing sports betting. That is not about sports knowledge, but about pricing between platforms. If you're not getting your account restricted, you're a sucker. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, for sure. Said sponsor watching this deciding not to sponsor you anymore. I don't think a gambling sponsor is going to take a clip of me talking to Twitch chat, talking to 20 viewers in Twitch chat. I don't think they would take that seriously at all. Because at the point where you're getting a gambling ad, you're probably like 50,000 times my size. And I'm not even particularly small, but like, I'm just saying. I know of a 50 card deck of statuses. Holy shit. All right, let's get into the dulls, shall we? I feel like it's been so long since I've done dulls. I guess I didn't stream Friday, didn't stream Sunday, and then Saturday I did stream, but we didn't do dulls because I was, like, late. I was, like I said, I was technically early for you guys, but I was late as, like, as far as the whole event was concerned, or the collab, as it were. Anyhow. Is this still on the correct? Yeah, it's still on the correct tab. Huge. Shock sells carpets to casinos confirmed. Hello, I am John Gambling. I am here to offer you a sponsor. Just sign here and you'll win big bucks. John Gambling. There was a mini collab earlier you missed. Wait, what do you mean? What did I miss? I'll read it after the Balatro. Balatro for the day. You gotta hit it with the classic throwback opener, my goat. $6 uncommon, nothing to do with molt, non-scaling, so probably nothing to do with chips if I had to guess. Let's give it a good old gift card, second round. Non-economy. Let's go for a creation joker, maybe a Sixth Sense angle. Not creation either, could be a retrigger joker. Let's go hack, I believe is $6. Not a retrigger joker, so let's go burger. Could be hands discards. There's the burger. Okay, burger in 5. Dare I say not bad. Dare I say not bad. Everyone was playing online Hold'em. Oh, that's kind of silly. Why is the throwback opener goated? I think any uncommon that has to do with molt at all is good. I just like throwback because it reminds me that throwback exists since he's so bad in like gold stake. Focus, what's your favorite question to ask people? Honestly, I don't know. I don't have a favorite question. I kind of just let... I don't have a question that I ask everybody that I meet in life. I kind of just let the conversation flow naturally. I also don't lead conversations at all. I feel I've gotten better at it, and I think I've gotten better at it because I'm like streaming, and that at times forces me to lead conversations. But I don't generally lead the conversation. Excuse me. I don't generally lead the conversation. And so I feel like I don't ask many questions in general. My favorite question is, can you Venmo me $50? Also, Shock, I have a question. What's your question? I swear to God. Swear to God. W camera? Can you Venmo me $100? Fuck no. Voice crack so bad I thought my noodles were done cooking. Time that guy out. Do it bounce or do it jiggle? Depends on the day. In any steak he's bad? Nah, in white steak he's like actually pretty good, but that's because anything in white steak is actually pretty good. Like 8-ball is goated in white steak, and that should tell you everything you need to know about white steak. Give me the roast beef. That actually looks fantastic. Way too overpriced for what it is, but like I would live with it. Garbage plate? Why is it called garbage plate? That doesn't even look bad. Veggie loaded fries. Or a sausage roll with the wrapper fucking like burnt onto it like it's a Chernobyl victim. Jesus. Hot dog? It's got pickles on it. Also not a hot dog, notably. That is a brat, my friend. I think it's got to be the right. It's going to be a color palette diff. Black and gold cream puff? Chicken tikka wrap. This is a tough one. The chicken tikka wrap is kind of incomprehensible. They got some like, somebody must have taken this with like an actual camera, because there's like some blur down here. Like this feels like a National Geographic photo, which is really odd. This is like a lot more intimate. This is what I expect out of the scrandle. Banana cream pastry topped with fudge sauce. I'm gonna say it. I think the chicken tikka wrap wins here. I'm gonna go against my better judgment and click this because I am like a huge fan of banana, and so I'm letting my own biases get in the way. Hopefully other people let their own biases get in the way as well. That's tragic. I called it. That's tragic nonetheless. Tropeiro wins. Not even close. Kind of. That egg actually looks pretty good. Unseasoned, though. Loaded fries. Ooh, that looks pretty yummy. I made chicken cutlets for dinner today, by the way. Second time I've ever made chicken cutlets in my life. I've been wanting to make them so bad recently, but I've just been, like, too lazy to actually do all the work. But today my girlfriend and I needed food. And so I was just like, let me make those chicken cutlets. They were fire, let me tell you. Let me tell you. I don't brag about my culinary prowess all that often, but the chicken cutlets were smacking today. They were so good. Hello, Chud. When did 3 get mod Lamau? Like last week. All right. 9 out of 10. Could be 10 out of 10. It's telling that every 9 out of 10 is because you choose the losing answer when you know it's wrong. Jade with the 7-stream streak. I appreciate it. Listen, I'm just goated at the scrandle. How do you feel about an apple or blueberry fritter? Can I be honest? I'll admit that I'm 100% wrong for this take. I am 100% wrong for this take. I'm not even gonna, like, argue against chat. I don't care for either, honestly. If I was given the choice, I would probably be a blueberry fritter, but, like, here's the angle. It's not that I don't like apple or blueberry fritters. It's that I feel like at every establishment that sells a fritter, I'm just getting something else. Like, it's kind of a seeing double scenario. Like, it's not that seeing double is necessarily terrible. It's that everything else is better. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the only time in my entire life that I've had fritters is when somebody, like, already has them. And they're like, hey, Shock. Except they don't call me Shock. They call me Mike. But they're like, hey, Shock, you want a fritter? And I'm like, sure. Flower pot clears seeing double every day. It doesn't, but I really want that to be true. Just because I hate seeing double. Is what you like? I'm never going to judge you. I just wanted to ask. No, that's fair. I got to clarify for chat, though, because the other chatters are ravenous. Honestly, you're more of a Josh. What does that even mean? My local donut shop makes bangin' apple fritters, $2.50, and they're the size of your hand. See, that's, like, kind of based. That's I could maybe get around that. But also, okay, that's like the problem verbatim in those two chats. My local donut shop, brother. I'm sure the fritter is amazing. Just give me like a raspberry jelly filled, man. I know that's like a normie ass take, but give me a raspberry jelly filled, bro. Do we like jelly filled donuts in chat? I feel like the common take is that people don't like those. I could fuck up a jelly-filled donut right now. Chat, type 1 if you like jelly-filled. Type 2 if you don't. I've not eaten a baked sweet in forever. Haven't had cookies in years. Haven't had fritters in my entire life. Haven't had a donut in well over 10 years. Do you have any whimsy? That's tragic, man. Low-key, I shouldn't judge because it's probably, like, out of your control. Maybe. Was good, y'all. Haven't been showing up to streams lately because school. No problem whatsoever. But just wanted to drop by to let y'all know that I just beat Black Deck Gold Stake and completed C+. W's! That's actually huge. W Elijah. Thank you for pulling up. Jelly-filled donuts are so good. I hate donuts too. That's crazy. Most jelly donuts just have too much jelly. I feel like half the standard amount is peak. Okay, and this is where I lose the entirety of my chat that just typed 1. I don't think you can have too much jelly in a jelly-filled donut. I don't think that's like a thing. I think that's fake. I like the ones filled with lemon more than raspberry. I like the raspberry better, but I will say the lemon is really good, and I think the blueberry, my local gas station sells blueberry jelly filled. I think the blueberry is a slept-on pick. I would still take the raspberry over it. I think raspberry trumps everything, but the blueberry is a slept-on pick for sure. Custard is the one that can have a limit, not jelly. I gotta agree with that, I think. I kind of don't want to, honestly. But I do gotta agree with that. Hit up a Costco. Chat, should we do an IRL stream at a Costco? I've never been, but we've been doing the... What the fuck is this? We've been doing the Costco for so long. I don't know how to pronounce this at all, so I'm not even going to attempt to so that I don't disgrace my potentially French viewers. This looks very, like, bougie. This looks like if I bought this, I would have a huge stick up my ass. Doesn't tell me the dimensions of this, as it were. Doesn't tell me the volume, the mass, as it were. So I'm just going to hit a 1099 angle, and we'll go from there. Yellow arrow up. Got to be a 1249. I think that's the sweet spot. 11.99, not bad. It's okay to offend the French. Yeah, okay, that's fair. Just popping in to say have a good stream and good night. Thank you, Jeezy. Good night, man. Can you do the IRL stream in Key West, Florida? No. Patmosis progressed to Black Deck Orange. W's. That's huge, man. 3 big booms. You need to recreate the Costco guys videos. Do you think the Costco guys would be good at Gold Stake? Chat, type 1 if we should have the Costco guys on stream. Type 1 if we should play Balatro multiplayer against the Costco guys. What the fuck is this? The Rizzler beats Gold Stake? I think the Rizzler has to beat Gold Stake. That's an angular Among Us? I fucking hate that you said that, but like you're so right. It's inarguable. That's why I hate it. Big Justice would go crazy in BMP. I think the whole family would be cracked. I'm not gonna lie. Can't believe I got back and my membership ran out. This fuck-ass disease, bro. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Welcome in, Bolu. Sorry to hear that your membership ran out. I'm just, yeah, I'm freeballing that. I mean, it was so close, is the thing. Actually, no, it wasn't. 57-43. I was thinking 47-53. That was not close. Really? This was still large. That's crazy, man. I don't know. All right, and last but not least, W Laggy Cam. Staddle. I almost just threw. I clicked back into the tab and almost immediately clicked speed on Gotharita. It would have been over. Gotharita gotta be a Spatic angle, right? I feel like even Gotharita, like Gothatel's Spatic has to be like 135 or some crazy shit. Because isn't Gothitelle a Trick Room setter? So it's gotta be, this has gotta be relatively high is what I'm getting at. Even if it's like a 90, I think that's like passable. It's a 75. Oh, man. Stunky. I actually don't know. I'm going to click speed. That is the highest. Arcanine. Go attack. Why not? You go HP. Togetic. You go Spadef. Virizion. You go defense. I'm going to say not bad. That was not terrible. I think if we got a 531, best possible's got to be like a 550. 568. You go spat. Okay, so we got everything right. Where did we go wrong? Literally just if you go defense on the Togetic and Spadef on the Virizion, you win there. That's crazy. That's crazy. Virizion has 129 Spadef. That's like very notable. Gothitelle a Perish user, by the way. Oh, Gothitelle's Perish Trap. I forgot. Yeah, because Gothitelle gets Shadow Tag, right? I forgot. In my defense, I don't Perish Trap like ever. I've never. Maybe that'll be like once the Pokemon Champions meta gets a little more evened out. Maybe we'll check out a Perish Trap team because I've literally never done it in my life. That could be fun. Anybody else's stream dropping frames harder than I drop it on the dance floor? Hello? OBS is fine, so that might be on your end. Why do you spell special defense as SPDEF? I don't know, man. It's just, like, easier to say. That's pretty much all there is to it. Did you beat your Jokerless 4 streak? No. I haven't ran Jokerless win streaks in, like, forever, to be fair. In fact, I don't think I've run them since I got that record. But I have not beaten it. Did I make note of the timer last time I streamed? Looks like it. 8:14, I made note of the timer. August 14th. Today's the 17th. Sunday's the 16th. Saturday's the 15th. So yeah, this is correct then. 66:28. 66:28 on the timer. Gothitelle is Shadow Tag user, the dumbest ability in Pokemon history? Well, let's not get too carried away. Intrepid Sword and Dauntless Shield exist. Among, I'm sure, many other things. Streamer for the cut duel, is it possible to get a perfect 50-50 split from any point along the perimeter of the shape? Elaborate. You lost me, I'm not gonna lie. My Windows is, like, fucked. I press the Windows key and it's just, like, endlessly lagging. Or endlessly buffering, I should say. That's cool, I guess. Awesome. Where can I find Live Split? Hello? Where do you reckon Live Split is kept in my apps? Utilities and tools? Surely not. It's cooked. Shock, did you get the new security update? It fixes that. Evidently not. Maybe I'll have to update when I hit stop stream. When blue %? Literally never. Literally never. I'm not even trolling. I'm not bantering. It's not a meme. Literally never. Okay, I don't know if that made it jump off screen. If it did, my apologies. I literally have to, like, go to my desktop and click on the icon for Live Split because Windows is being, like, such a fuckwit. Do I not have... I literally don't have an icon for it on my desktop. How do I access this? Windows, lock in, bro. Hello? It's actually cooked. I can't get to it. I can't get to it. It's actually impossible. Can I go to my downloads? Live Split. Here, let me just look in, like, my PC files. Live Split. It's so cooked, bro. It's over. Oh, it didn't remove it from the screen. Interessante. Maybe I should play Balatro on my alt monitor and I could, like, read chat on my main monitor. That's probably how, like, a normal human being with a brain would do it, but I'm different. All right, so notably looking for shit in your C drive takes like 9 years. Is it actually just cooked? Is it in my, like, SSD? Like, what the fuck? Live Split. You have got to be shitting me. I can't find this. We might be going timerless, I can't lie to you. Because my PC is so fucked. Blue % for charity? No. Raise money for trans charities while playing Blue % so you have to suffer like us? I would be making the trans community suffer by playing it. Because that's like 64% of chat on any given day, and Blue Percent is like the most mind-numbing bullshit ever to watch. That's playing Blue Percent is literally transphobic. That's fucked up. Do Windows R, then just run it? I'm not smart enough to do that, man. Shit, I guess we're going timerless. Okay, 37 minutes in the stream. I'm gonna note that, and we'll just add it to the time afterwards. Anyway, let's go orange stake checkered deck. Mods, if you would like to run a prediction. That is, the ball is in y'all's court. That is fine by me. Although I'm not gonna, like, force it or anything. Lateral transphobia by Balatro. New words being invented. Yeah, I think you just take a nanner for sure. Any mods want to run a prediction? I'm in the bathroom. I gotta do fucking everything, man. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Family? Probably not. Missing a director's cut. It's probably bait and anti-1 anyway. Shog, I decided to get my mother into anime, but instead of putting her on a wholesome Ghibli film, I introduced her to Grave of the Fireflies. If you don't know that movie, Google it. I don't have my phone on me. Can you give me a synopsis because I'm too lazy to alt-tab? Pretty please. It would be much appreciated. No skips that I would want. The wall is fine with the caveat that if the banana dies, we are fucked. Will Shock get Cavendish? That's the prediction. That's a good prediction, honestly. I respect it. That's what I was worried about. Cavendish in this shop, though. That's really good on checkered deck, but, like, that doesn't help me into the wall, which is looking really daunting. So I think we have to skip it, unfortunately, just because I need something right now. That's really good. I mean, I'm dead if I don't get molt. Gotta do what you gotta do, I suppose. The natty 3 oak is crazy there. Okay, let's get my money back up, because if we can get our money back up, then we can be a little bit less sad about our circumstances. And by a little bit less sad, I mean, like, way less sad. Like, way fucking less sad. Do I just have to play the flush here and hope for hearts on the backswing? That feels so dog shit. But I think we literally have to get out. No, we're fucked anyway, because that doesn't even get us enough points. Unless we swing, maybe if we swing like a +1 molt flush, that gets us out. If we do this, and then we top deck miraculously like a non-face cards flush, then we get a flush +4 molt. No, I think this is just the safest, but probably we're just fucked. Oh? This loses, I'm almost certain. Yeah, it would need to be +2 molt to get to the range that we need it to be. This is going to be off by like 70 points, probably. Hate to see it. You hate to see it, but I also hate to see that I knew the range exactly off the top of my head. That's fucking scary. W prediction, I guess. We go next. There was a winning path there, I think. There absolutely was. Pair 5s, get rid of faces. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Then draw a 6 for the straight with +4. I mean, maybe. Straight up riding that bus. I don't know if I'm a fan of how you said that. Chicken tendy sub cravings at midnight are cruel. I wouldn't know, but I mean, that sounds true. for sure. Shock, I dropped the Google plot for that movie I was talking about. 14-year-old Saida dying of starvation at a train station. His spirit reunites with his younger sister, Setsuko, and the film flashes back to show their tragic struggle to survive after an American firebombing destroys their home and fatally injures their mother. Why would you show that to your presumably, like, very innocent and sweet mother? That's crazy. Also, I might be schizophrenic. So if I am, disregard. I think I'm at one more sub point currently than I was at the beginning of stream. At the beginning of stream, I could have sworn that I was at 75 subscriber points, and now I'm at 76. So once again, if I'm just like shadowboxing, then don't worry about it. But if you dropped the sub and I didn't say anything and like the alert didn't go off, then thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. The fuck is goggle? I'm assuming it's a typo. I'm assuming that would be the goggle that is being referred to. What's the prediction this time around? Will Shock get Cavendish? Is it literally a Cavendish prediction again? That's crazy. Definitely with a riffraff, we dodged the eternal abstract. I haven't started it. I literally could have sworn that I just saw it. I'm apparently just turbo schizophrenic. I could have sworn I saw it in my sidebar. Are you supposed to eat limes? I just ate a bag. I mean, I have to imagine it can't be too bad for you, with the caveat that you should probably brush your teeth because they're like horribly acidic. But like other than that, I mean, like, yeah, I think you're allowed to just like go to town on them. If I had to guess. You would make a handsome Joker, not gonna lie. Funny that you mentioned that. Any knowers in chat? Any knowers? Do I have news for you? You don't follow your troll for 3 days? That, I hate to say it, I balled my tro literally like an hour ago. I'm a knower and a grower. All right. Weren't you in the AHA mod or something? No, I was not in the American Heart Association mod. But it was like a look-alike, and that was really funny. Oh, well, pay it out, I guess. Parlay, Shot gets Cavendish, Cavendish dies. What the fuck is this parlay? Can you run multiple predictions at the same time? What do you mean parlay? Shiver me squimbos, Mr. Squidward. I join and I see a squimbo. Let's go. I don't think so. I thought that was like the whole point of a parlay. What is your name, bro? We really gotta address it. It's Furry Squimbo, man. There's literally nothing weird about it. If all the Jokers were human, which ones are the most attractive? Squimbo. Next question. My shop's like kinda ass, so I guess we just go in there looking for a blue seal, and then we like move on with our lives. Which part is the furry part? The whole card or just Squimbo himself? I mean, I don't know. Shoot the moon? Maybe. Yeah, shoot the moon's actually a pretty good answer, I reckon. 8 ball? That'll be a no, thanks. I think we take seed money. We got scaling chips. I literally don't need anything else. That's just a W in and of itself. I think Vagabond is pretty attractive. Vagabond is pretty attractive. I think the Joker is also like pretty attractive. Watching my friend play Balatro is so hard. This man has a double bloodstone with blueprint and he's only made 1 extra heart the whole game. I got some bad news for you, brother. That was you one day. Okay. I understand that it's hard to watch. Just understand that that was you one day. You were hard to watch. My lovely girlfriend picked up these loaded taco Doritos and they taste exactly like Taco Bell. That's awesome. Honestly, that's a W. I don't know if you were meaning that as like a W when you said it, but that's a W in my book. I can taste the lettuce, dude. That's hilarious. Take Hiker just to sell his dumbass. If you're a Hiker sympathizer and you're in this chat, get the fuck out. I didn't have anyone watching me, so get Dift streamer. Plus, I watched a lot of Raffle before touching the game, so I knew what to do, kind of. No one asked, plus ratio, plus you misspelled Raffle. Probably autocorrect misspelled Raffle, but then the reaction is no one asked, plus you still use autocorrect in 2026. Being free of shame for being new to a game is a huge W. I'm just like kind of... Okay, it's probably amplified by the fact that I'm a Twitch streamer and literally everybody like backseats me no matter what I play. I kind of just like have that mindset no matter the game. Is that like uncommon? Whenever I hear Raffle's name, I think of the wavy chips looks like his hair or something. That's crazy. I fucking hate Ruffles. I've gone on that rant too many times, so I'm not going on it today, but I fucking hate Ruffles. Just know that. Raffle's pretty cool, though. Okay, that's also pretty cool. YouTube streamer? Yeah, I gotta stop saying Twitch streamer. That's like fairly... exclusive of the YouTube audience. You're doing it wrong, streamer. Where is Ledmoron to steer you in the right direction? What do you mean I'm doing it wrong? Hello? I think being bad at the game and streaming is the best way to improve if you can face the audience. No. I think that's super wrong. Your audience, let me tell you, your audience will lead you astray literally 10 times out of 10. Whether they mean to or not. I will die on that hill. Sometimes it's unintentional, maybe even most of the time it's unintentional, but if you're like if you're trying to get better at a game that you've never played before in your life and you're listening to Twitch chat, I got news for you. You are going to be like one of the worst players to ever touch said game. Streamer, you're doing it wrong. Where is high card build? Raffle told me it's the right build. You get extra points for that, chat, since you misspelled Raffle's name, I think. That kind of adds to it. The typo makes this. Yeah, exactly. Ruffles are so much worse than other chips. Ain't no way bro hates Ruffles. Ruffles are so stupid. They're not a... Okay, I don't hate Ruffles. For the people who are, like, defending me, who are coming to my defense, and they're like, yeah, Ruffles are a bad chip, I appreciate you, but, like, no, they're not. They're a fine chip. In fact, cheddar sour cream Ruffles are, like, a pretty good chip, dare I say. My problem with Ruffles is the philosophy behind them. They're so fucking stupid. It's not even funny, man. Ruffles have ridges? Hey, I got news for you. Who asked? Actually, who cares if Ruffles have ridges? What does that add? Oh, it's a better mouthfeel. Brother, it's a potato chip. We're not fucking wine tasting. It's a potato chip. You buy the one with the better flavor and or the better picture on the bag. And then you eat them while watching this stream and arguing with me about how Ruffles are actually pretty good. Plain and simple. My favorite chips is Runner based. I think the worst chip is Lay's. If we're talking about just pure taste, then like, no. Not like, or I think the worst chip is Lay's. That's correct. Also, yeah, we gotta talk about this. We gotta talk about this. Type 1 right now, if you are one of the people, one of the absolute monsters who inhabit this earth that eat standard Lay's potato chips, yellow bag. Type 1 right now so that mods can put you in a scope. Because you are a deranged human. Listen, if they got them at like a party or like if you're at your friend's place and they're like, hey, I got some Lay's, you want them? I mean, they're potato chips, okay? We're all human. I understand that. But if your ass is going to Walmart and you're picking a yellow bag of Lay's potato chips off the shelf and you're like, these are actually pretty good. I think I'll spend the money that I worked hard for on these. What the fuck are you doing? Can you like exit your comfort zone for literally 10 seconds so that you can experience anything better than dumbass yellow bag Lay's? They're terrible. They're actually so bad. It's not even like a, okay, I'm not a fan of plain potato chips, so I'm like a little bit biased, but like even among other plain potato chips, if we're keeping this to the most even, like unbiased perspective that we can, even among plain potato chips, they suck ass, man. I just spent so much time bitching about Ruffles, and I would still say plain Ruffles mog yellow bag Lay's, and it's like not close. Not remotely. I'm with an Empress card here. I'm talking about potato chips. I'm not paying attention to the run, like, at all. We hieroglyph here for sure. Have I been blocking hallucination, or has this just been, like, the worst hallucination of all time? I think it's been a combination of the two. Kettle cooked should be the default at this point. I 100% agree with that take. Kettle cooked are unbelievably good. Little kettle cooked, like, jalapeno cheddar or whatever. That's, like, the best chip of all time. That's, dare I say, one of the best chips you'll ever have in your damn life. Lay's original tastes like over salt. They're like, I disagree. I think they're like super bland, but more so the issue with like plain Lay's is that the amount, and I say this as like in spirit, I guess you can like look at me and, you know, distinguish that I'm not like actually fat, but I am in spirit a fat fuck who really likes like, you know, fried food. Let's just be honest. Who doesn't in America? Okay. There's a reason that we have like an epidemic on our hands, and I'll just leave it at that. Bro, original Lay's are like so oily, it's crazy. And I like greasy ass foods, don't get me wrong. People bitch about pizza places all the damn time. Oh, there's too much grease in the box. Bro, a greasy pizza is a good ass pizza. When Lay's plain potato chips leave like a film on my hands from the amount of oil that are on them, we got a problem. We got to address this. We cannot keep eating these potato chips. Plain Lay's don't even taste like anything. They're just sad, bro. Not even the oil? No, I agree with you. It's just like annoying that it gets all over the place. They're a sad chip, bro. I hate fried food slop. I hate fried food. Stop including everyone. Well, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You're an outlier for sure. But that's kind of based. Can't even say that the original Lay's are the worst because salt and vinegar exists. I would definitely say that salt and vinegar are better than the original Lay's, and I would even say that it's not close. However, I understand that that's kind of a hot take, as it were. I understand that a lot of people don't like salt and vinegar, so I'm not going to try and argue that take like all that much, if I'm being honest. I think they're really good personally, but I can understand the people who are like, ew, salt and vinegar, because like, yeah, they are an acquired taste. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. Salt and vinegar chips hurt my mouth and I fucking love it. See, like, that's weird. That's like, You know the meme on Instagram right now where it's like when somebody makes a good point, but they low-key phrase it in such a bad way that you want to disagree? That's me with you right now. I like salt and vinegar chips, but you're saying that you like them because they hurt your mouth. You are giving the rest of us such a terrible name, dude. The same friend I was talking about earlier died to anti-8 BB. What the fuck is BB? Am I stupid? What the fuck is BB? Amber Acorn. Violet Vest. Oh, Boss Blind. Oh, shit. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I'm the stupid one for that. Is bro dumb? Is streamer dumb for not knowing what BB means in the context of Balatro? Hey, idiot. It could be Big Blind. Thank you, Jade. It could have been the Big Blind as well, since that's also abbreviated with BB. Is that chatter stupid? Chatter's in my stream daily watching Balatro and doesn't know that the Big Blind and the Boss Blind are literally the same exact, like, acronym if you choose to abbreviate them as such. That's why it's capitalized. Mods, if you want to time him out for 10 minutes, like, he doesn't deserve it whatsoever, but, like, I would look the other way. That's all. I'll leave it at that. It would be an egregious abuse of power, but, like, I would not care type shit. What you guys think of Century Egg Doritos? Century Egg Doritos? What? That's deranged. That's not a real thing. I'm almost 100% sure nobody has eaten them. That literally cannot be a real thing. This is gonna be like corn or something, and I'm just gonna like Google Century Egg Doritos, and it's gonna be like people fucking all over my screen, and I'm gonna get banned. Century Egg flavored Doritos in Taiwan. Oh my god, this is an actual thing. There's no... They're a black chip, bro. I actually fuck with a black tortilla chip. I said that like it was a bad thing. It's just notable because I feel like you literally never see it. But I fuck heavy with a black chip. They're like jet black, though. That's crazy. That's really funny. Damn. I'm drinking the film of plain Lay's chips right about now. Yeah, like, I get it, bro. Flaming hot Cheetos, so mid. Groogler coming into chat, swinging. I got to agree, but I think you and I are on our own, man. I also can't really say it definitively because I've literally had, like... I've literally had flaming hot Cheetos, like... probably twice in my entire life. Look at Shock accepting every color. We're just gonna move on from that, chat. I prefer Puffs for Flamin' Hot. Am I weird for saying I'm just never buying Cheetos if I'm buying chips? Is that like a hot take? Are people still like diehard Cheeto enjoyers? Not a big fan of Cheetos, TBH. I like them, but it's like the fritter thing that we were talking about earlier. Like, if I'm in the chip aisle at my local Walmart, are Cheetos good? Yeah, I think so. Am I ever buying a bag of Cheetos, like, ever in my life? No, man. No, I'm not. I don't think ever. Needle? Is that fine with Cavendish? I honestly don't know. I guess we'll find out. Let's do this for chalkboard just to get like a little bit of value out of that. Just like a little morsel. I don't give a fuck about either of those. I can't lie to you, twin. We're like very dead into the needle. Okay, noted. I just don't buy chips other than kettle cooked as a cheat day snack. I buy them just like not routinely by any means. I'll get them like once in a while type of thing. Kettle cooked are very good though. That YouTube chatter that said kettle cooked are should be the standard by now, they didn't know how hard they were spitting, but I know, and it's not going unnoticed. Maybe they did know how hard they were spitting, actually, because, I mean, they were spitting pretty hard. What could I say? I forgot that I finally finished all gold stakes. Should I go for stickers or attempt challenges? I would say attempt challenges, because every challenge being stuck to white stake, especially if you've been playing a lot of gold stake to try and beat all of the gold stakes. The thing about the challenges is that a lot of them are like turbo easy. And so I would say you should go for the challenges first, because if you play enough gold stake to get a sticker on every Joker, the challenges are going to be boring as absolute fuck for you. You're gonna hate like every challenge, and then you're gonna get to 18, which is the golden needle, and you're gonna die like 12 times. And then you're gonna get to cruelty, and you'll maybe die like twice. That's challenge number 19. And then you'll get to Jokerless, and you'll watch my YouTube video, and you won't die a single time. And you're gonna be like, wow, that was a huge waste of time. And I'm honestly gonna agree with you. I think the challenges are really bad. So I'm essentially just saying get them out of the way while they're not like a complete snooze fest. Maybe just like, you know, they're a big snooze fest, but they're not like, you know, freelo, I guess, at this point. I'm still terrible at the game, but I guess the challenges would be a little fun. If you've beaten gold stake on every deck, I think you could one attempt at least. Out of the 20 challenges in the game, if you've beaten every deck on gold stake, I think you could probably one-shot bare minimum half of the challenges. Genuinely, golden needle is worse than being shot. I kind of want to, like, part of me wants to attempt golden needle win streaks just because, like, I refuse to believe that it's, like, so terrible. There has to be some kind of strategizing that you can do. Like, there has to be optimization that people haven't found yet. But then, like, bro, when we did it on this profile, when I was, like, preparing for it, this profile, it actually went somewhat swimmingly. But when I was, like, preparing for it off stream, I mean, bro, some runs, it's just like, what the fuck am I supposed to do here? Shock Wednesday, I gotta go to school, bro. That's fucking tragic, man. Good luck with that. Couldn't be me. I barely get to play because work is so draining and I just like watching Balala streams. That's fair, man. I get it. On this profile, we died to the first small blind. Yeah, that is true. But then we beat it right after, right? Like, even with that being, like, completely embarrassing, like, I'm gonna be honest, that's better than average golden needle. We died to the small blind ante one time, and then I think we beat it on the next subsequent attempt. Like, bro, when I was beating it on this like, for this challenge, when I was beating it, when I was, like, playing it on my phone, dude, I would fucking drop, like, 8 games in a row before I got one off the ground. Like, the early game might be worse than black deck gold stake. Might be. It's also entirely possible that I'm not utilizing the credit card as well as I could be. But I don't know, bro. When I was beating it. All right, chat. Listen up. I'm not even saying anything. You just know that you made a boo-boo. You lost 3 times? Did I? I could have sworn I beat it second attempt. But I might be like tripping. It's entirely possible. I had to pay $500 to fix my car's AC. It's so hot. Excuse me. Pardon me. I swear I saw 2 hobbits throw a ring into my car. That's a +2. That's a good one. I like that. I lost more in white stake black deck than orange stake red deck. That seems... Red stake black deck, I could find that acceptable. White stake black deck, it's either you got cooked by RNG or it might just be a flat out skill issue. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think black deck doesn't realistically get... Red stake is a bit of a difficulty jump. I don't think it gets quote unquote hard until like blue or purple stake. So that might just be like an RNG diff, or it might just be like, you know, I mean, I'm just going to leave it at that. Do I care about this at all? Are we winning in 1? I was not paying attention. It's a crying face. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's on me. I'm just tossing it out there. Don't shoot the messenger. Even though the messenger's being kind of an asshole. Don't shoot him. I cast eats all your Jimbos. Could you not? Welcome in, Avalios. Unironically, I came into Balatro with a ton of MTG thinking, so once I realized how discarding worked as a mechanic and I saw Square Joker, I was like, dude, is this not just a free win? I feel like, am I crazy for saying that MTG doesn't really help with Balatro? Does MTG experience help with Balatro? I mean, I had a lot when I came into it, and I feel like it did fucking nothing. MTG experience for Slay the Spire? Sure. I feel like that unironically helped me quite a bit with the assessment of like a lot of cards that I had never seen in my entire life. MTG with Balatro, I don't really see the connection. I would love to get some like elaboration as far as that goes. I guess we glass. I reckon we ship some glass there. Off by 3 grand. Not a single TCG helps with Balala. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, Balala is kind of in a league of its own as far as that goes. I feel like no amount of, like, previous knowledge in, like, any other game is going to help you with Balatro. The eye? I think that's fine, actually. We got hella plus mult, hella chips, and we got times 4.5. The most similar is surprisingly Pokemon IMO? Are we saying Pokemon TCG? I don't get that at all. Other card games could help you understand the odds for your draws. I mean, like, I guess. Maybe that's what that chatter is getting at. But that's like any card game. That's not even like a TCG like knowledge diff. That's just like statistics. Tarots work like item cards and jokers are like the old passive abilities we had back in the day. Fuck, I'm old. Hey, I remember like Poke Powers and stuff like that. Isn't Pikmin about growing flowers? I believe they were referring to Pokemon as I said. Although I will say my first thought when I read that was Pikmin, so like I'm not gonna give you too much of a hard time about it. Damn, they made a... Is that a spinning wheel of death emote? That's really funny. They made a spinning wheel of death emote, but don't actually use spinning wheel of death to indicate spinning wheel of death. That is, like, kind of weird, now that you mention it. Balatro Pot of Greed, when? Bro, I'm, like, I know I said this... I covered it briefly when I talked about Loyalty Card during, like, the, during the update YouTube video where I said Loyalty Card should be like an activated ability and so should like Cartomancer. I think having an archetype of Joker with like activated abilities would be so cool. And you could like, okay, you couldn't have a Joker that was like an activated cryptid ability because that would be broken unless it was like once per 3 antes. But like, you get what I mean? Having some kind of Joker that like could trigger duplicating cards. I guess that's just DNA now that I think about it. You get what I mean. Having active abilities in Balatro I think would be pretty cool. Or like on the topic of like a Balatro Pot of Greed, have a Joker that like stores a charge and then when you trigger it, it like draws you 2 cards from your deck no matter how much hand size you have. That would be a fun Joker. An active ability that's that's a once per blind / anti-death. Yeah, like something like that. That's what I'm getting at. I think that'd be sick. That'd be a lot less beginner friendly. Would it? That's what people, I feel like that's what people say whenever I bring that up, but like I don't think it's any less beginner friendly than some shit like Diet Cola, which I believe is unlocked like at the very beginning of the game. Or even some shit like Luchador. Like I don't think a Joker that says, "Hey, click me to do some shit," is like that convoluted for like a newbie. I feel like that's fairly intuitive. Oh, I click on this Joker and it does some shit. Maybe the how to utilize them properly in like given situations has a little bit more nuance to it, but like that's also a stupid take because that's like the entire fucking video game, man. Yeah, shockingly, people with like thousands of hours in the game pick up on the nuances of certain Jokers more than people who like just bought the game in the last Steam sale. I don't think that's a reason to like limit the design philosophy to stuff that is intuitive upon reading it for the first time. And like I said, that would be intuitive reading it the first time, I think. Reading the Joker explains the Joker? I mean, literally, yeah. I didn't understand what Nebula deck did until 100 hours in. You overestimate noob players? No, I think that's just a skill difference on your part. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't mean that to be rude, but I think if you get to the point where you have 100 hours in the video game and you don't get Nebula deck, that you might just be like lost. And not even necessarily in the game, you might just be like fumbling about in general. Bro, we're always like right there. That shit's so annoying. That's not skill, that's reading comprehension? Yeah, like literally. Didn't scale Squimbo because I thought I had Crystal Ball, I guess. My friend had trouble understanding if planet cards were consumables or not. Don't they? I don't want to like say that your friend is like stupid because I'm not gonna make that very broad assumption about your friend when we're talking about a funny like card video game, but like don't they say that's what planet cards are in the tutorial? They might not, because the tutorial for this game I think is like not good, and that's like another thing that we could talk about for like forever. But I feel like that's one of the very few things that gets covered, is it not? It's entirely possible that it's not, and if it is, then like I don't know what to tell you. It's in the consumables part of the collection. If somebody's having trouble differentiating consumables, they're not gonna make it to the collection. Like, I don't mean that to be rude, but that's just kind of how it is. Shock calling everyone dumb tonight. I'm not calling anybody dumb. I'm just, you know, I'm just pointing out skill differences. Oh, man. Does 100% mean completionist plus? Yes. Means we're completing everything that we can. Completionist plus, completionist plus, all the challenge decks, etc. People should make the connection when you buy the planet and it goes into your consumable section. Yeah, I would say that's true. I would say that's true. Are we winning here? We are, right? It's like pretty close. Also, I didn't carry a 6th Joker that entire time. I just bought Antimatter and then forgot about it. In my defense, it's orange stake, so like, who cares? Wow, dog shit opener. God damn. Can't believe streamer isn't in MLBA. It's fucked up, really. They hate me. What can I say? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm literally joking. I haven't reached out to them like one time about it. To be fair. Which, like, I don't want to because that feels, like, stupid. That feels chuddy. I feel like that's something where they reach out to you, and so I just, like, haven't reached out. But, like, I would like to be in it if they got the slots. This is a crazy shop. Do we take the rebate or do we take the Nova? I think you know my answer. Perishable rebate? I think it's always Nova there. If it's stickerless rebate or even eternal rebate, I think there's a little bit of leeway to be had. They let Elden Ring challenge runners compete this season. I mean, yeah, like that's fine. I don't know if you're like phrasing that in a way where it's like they shouldn't have done that, but like that's called getting eyes on the series. Like I don't think that's that crazy. Thank you, P-Dog, for the hydrate. I appreciate you. Nothing wrong with politely reaching out to indicate you're interested. I mean, like, no, but it still feels like chuddy to me. It feels chuddy in the sense of, like, if they wanted me, they would have reached out. You know what I mean? Loki would love watching you do PvP if you felt like it sometimes. I just think it's neat and a fun new way of playing to learn. I do like PvP. I don't know. I'm busy with the the base game. I do need to go on a training arc for PvP though, like regardless of everything else, because I'm like terrible at Balatro multiplayer. Like I'm not trying to toot my own horn when I say this or like flex or anything. I'm just like, you know, using it as like using it to emphasize. I think for how many hours I have in the game and for how good I am at the base game, for lack of a better term, I think I'm like terrible at multiplayer. I think I'm like shockingly bad. But it's also because I don't play. So like that's, you know, that's obvious. Ask Zano if he's interested in letting you commentate a match. Yeah, commentating could be fun. We'll pocket the Hermit, go next, and then probably die to the Needle. What the fuck is this draw, dude? I pick up a bus and you're gonna give me some shit like that? What's your problem? The banana's gonna die into Needle, by the way, and then I just don't know what I'm gonna do from there. But I guarantee you that's what happens. Banana dies right here. Zano is probably getting notes on how to run a league from Domo. Domo's the Elden Ring guy, right? Or am I mistaken? I'm not familiar with many of the new contenders. I haven't watched that much MLBA this season, like, at all. He runs the bingo brawlers for Elden Ring. Gotcha. That's kind of sick. I haven't watched like any of the season 4 games. I've watched like maybe 1 or 2. I don't like watching MLBA. Well, I know you don't like watching it because people misplay their nuts off. I got news for you. That's like the whole point. Does Pear win here? Is it ever by Saturn? I don't think Pear wins here ever, but I also don't think it's ever by Saturn when we have the banana. I think when now you could be immediately vindicated. Okay, well, you're already immediately vindicated because we top decked the straight. But I think provided we don't crash the bus, I think the flush just wins, right? I mean, even here, the straight probably wins, yeah? This is like 80 chips times 20 molt. I think we just play the straight. I don't even think you need the Saturn card, right? All right. My buddy started watching MLBA and he's crushing on Nito right now, but he thinks he's being slick about it. That's fucking... crazy. Thinks he's being slick about it. So is he like openly crushing in chat, or is he like being slick with you about it? Because if he's openly crushing in chat when it's like an event, I feel like that's fucking crazy. But if he's being slick with you about it, then like that shit's hilarious, and you should make fun of him endlessly for it. Nandre, though? That is true. That is very true. Trying to be slick with me. Yeah, I got you. How many rare jokers will we have at the end? That was the prediction. Dubs. Wee woo, wee woo. Welcome in, Owo. W Riz in chat. Listen, I get it, bro. Nandre's got that silky ass voice. Like, I don't swing that way, but like, you know, at the same time, like, I understand. There's a lot of shit in this shop that I would like, so I'm cracking the hermit. This shit cracks hermits. One of my girl space friends asked me for a game for her birthday, and I got her the shitty card game that I hate, and she's been texting me for the past 2 weeks about how do I win, and it's the most unwinnable game states ever. Why did you give her a card game you hate? Yeah, I feel like Owo is like spitting there. Plus a killer mustache game. The stash really ties it together. That is also like very true. I can't lie. Ride the Bus is on +10. Is it ever an Onk here? I think it's not an Onk here, but well, we're getting a Wrathful Joker actually, so we're getting chips. So I think even if it hits Constellation, if it hits Constellation, then it's like bad for the right now, but it's way better later. And like with a foil Joker in the shop, I think it's okay to be bad for the right now. That's better for right now, so I'm honestly like more cool with that. But I think either would be completely acceptable. I'm not saying he's wrong for crushing on her, but I can't let this opportunity to tease him waste away. Yeah, like, I understand where you're coming from. I get it. I get it. I got friends as well. Shock, you think we should play the big walk? I'm honestly not sure. I gotta look at the trailer, because I've only seen, like, probably 4 seconds of big walk-related content in my entire life. I feel like it'd be fine, though. Like, at the end of the day, it's a friend slop game. And, like, yeah, friend slop games, if they're, like, complete ass, suck. But also, like, the entire point of the genre is, like, if your friends are funny, then, like, they're fine. And, like, everybody that I played Machine Party with is, like, hilarious. So, I think we could make literally any game on the planet work, is I guess what I'm getting at. So, it maybe wouldn't be a bad option. Shock isn't going to refund it because there's no monsters or fear. What? What does that even mean? Shock, do you think we should play the big walk followed by, oh, you gotta be funny, I'm fucking out? Okay, well, to be fair, you are funnier than like 90% of Twitch chat that's in here on the daily. Which, like, I know that's a pretty low bar, but it still accounts for something. Don't even pull that modesty shit with me, lad. Your ass knows that you're funny. I was gonna sell this, and then I remembered that I have constellations, and now I think I'm just gonna have dog shit in my fool. It's Shock. Whoa, whoa. What's up, Issa? 2 supernovas, a constellation, and it's on Zodiac deck. Is this supposed to be a space-themed run? You know, I didn't even like notice it until you pointed it out, but that is. Yes, now it is. Now it is. It wasn't until you said that, but now it is. We got a better foil as well. Shock is shockingly funny. A smash like. What do you mean shockingly funny? That implies that you're like expecting me to not be funny. Moon card. How could you not expect somebody that looks like me to be funny? I mean? What do you mean I mean? Hello, chat. I just got planted so hard my fingers rotted off and I had to stop playing. That's tragic, I guess. Is there not a timer? No, the timer app was like not opening. Or it wasn't even the timer app. It was like I was hitting the Windows key and it would just buffer endlessly whenever I tried to search for anything. And then I tried to go into like my files to look for it there and it did the same shit. So my PC is like fucking bugged all to hell. And as a result, there's no timer for tonight because I literally cannot. I am like physically incapable of opening it. W Windows moment. Thanks, Windows. Yep. I would expect someone who looks like you to turn wine into water. Wow, you're so creative. Literally every person that I went to high school with. Does streamer know he doesn't have bus? Does Twitch chatter know that they have free will and they choose to use it backseating me in Gold Steak Balatro? Sorry, Orange Steak Balatro. Pair build moment. This means we should use pairs and Jokerless. No, no, don't try it. Unless you have like 1,000 blue seals. In which case, I mean, you can fucking do anything. I have free will, Amphi-Apple enabled emote only for this room. W mods. Retaking this. If it was Gold Steak, I would, just so I wouldn't have to use it ever again to get like a sticker on it. But seeing as it's Orange Steak, I think I just kind of don't give a fuck. Free will doesn't exist? Well, I mean, yeah. That's true. But it does to the extent that I'm talking about. What percentage of players do you think have completionist plus? I got it last week. Good fun grind. I don't know what percentage of the populace in general has it, but if you look on Steam, you can see how many people have the achievement. On Steam, 0.8% of players have the achievement. And I would say, I'm kind of projecting with this, but I think it is also like pretty true. I think PC players tend to be a bit more competitive than like console and especially mobile players. So I would assume that on those respective platforms, the percentage is probably less. So I think 0.5% of the player base having C++ is probably not that crazy of a guess, and thus that would be my guess. I think it's got to be, I think it's probably 0.5%. That's the best madness I've ever seen in my entire life. I have 1,000 hours and I'm missing 4 achievements. Yeah, but like probably 972 of those are in multiplayer, so like I feel like that's understandable. I got it on PS5. I just checked 0.3%. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. Like, and on mobile, dare I say it's even lower than that. I guess mobile is kind of like a liminal space as far as that goes. Because, like, the mobile game player base, I have to imagine, is way more casual. But also your phone is, like, way more accessible when it's in your pocket. And so maybe people on mobile, like, put more hours into it. So maybe on mobile it's like 0.5%, but it still averages out to roughly like 0.5, 0.6%. I play mobile Balatro at work. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. I think the player base is probably less casual on mobile, but like you got people who play it at work, you got people who play it when they're trying to fall asleep, you got people who play it on the shitter, etc., etc. The thing about mobile is half of them are mobile gamers and half of them are Steam players that are too addicted to only play on PC. No, no, not true. Mods banned that guy. He made me feel insecure about my habits. That's punishable by death in this chat, buddy. It's a hobby, not an addiction. Literally, I can quit anytime I want, even though it's like a substantial portion of my income at this point. got it. That's crazy. I didn't think you would act on that, but W mods, we love abusive power here. That's tragic. Not really, though, because, like, I got madness. What do I give a fuck about Cavendish? It was free on PS5 with PS Plus, so Probs has inflated basic Bish players there that got it for free and played it once. That's fair. Yeah, that's true. I think it's the same on Xbox, if I'm not mistaken, so maybe the console numbers are a little bit out of whack. Maybe it's just flat out 0.8%. Maybe Steam and, like, other platforms are not as different from each other as I would think them to be. I have Crystal Ball. Fun fact about the run for the people who have been not paying attention, such as myself. Hello, Shock. Kev here. Yeah, I can see that. Welcome in, Kev. Why am I playing like I have Squimbo, by the way? Bang. It's free on mobile with Apple Arcade Plus. Okay, but like, yeah, who has Apple Arcade Plus, man? Not to like, you know, not to yuck your yum, but like, who the fuck has Apple Arcade Plus? You do in fact have Squimbo. He's right there above chat. Me, I have Apple Arcade Plus. I did because it was free with my cell service. Oh. I just got it because you said that. Sheerly for Balatro, actually. Isn't Apple Arcade Plus a fucking subscription? Just pay the $10 for the video game. What? We got Apple Arcade minus these days. We get negative games. Are you able to show the misprint exploit with Top Deck? I saw it on your YouTube vid and was curious. Yeah, like right now. I showed it in the YouTube video. Not to like call you out for not paying attention, but I'm gonna do it because you're like asking me to do it right now, but I will still do it here. It's like a magic trick. All right, you go to the collection. Page 2, misprint. Okay? 9D. The rank followed by the suit. So we got a 9 of diamonds on top. There's only one 9 of diamonds in the deck. It's got to be this guy. I can win in 2 hands, I'm pretty sure. Cycling 1 card just to prove that it's the 9 of diamonds on top and that it wasn't like 4th in line, and I just got lucky. I think I can win in 2 hands, so if I can, we'll do it again. Damn, I got rug pulled. Streamer hates me. Oh shit, I'm sorry. Adjust contrast. Also Cyberpunk? What? Cyberpunk and just random for the others and swap all the contrast to the opposite of what they are now. Swap the contrast to all of the opposite of what they are now. Okay, so all high except for spades. And then Cyberpunk spades, and you said whatever for the others? Random for the others. You said random. Divinity. Oceancraft. Rust. W redeem. Thank you for redeeming. Oh god, dude, low contrast diamonds look so ass. I can't lie. Showing it off again here just to prove that it wasn't a fluke, I guess, and because I like doing it. 14S, that's the ace of spades, the old death card. Ace of spades on top. That's infinitely abusable. You can do that like as many times as you want. Thank you, streamer. We can now make the 19th short covering the misprint tech. Pog, I gotta get back on making shorts, bro. I fucking hate making shorts because it feels like such busy work. But, like, I would be an idiot if I said that it doesn't matter for channel growth because, like, shorts are imperative, dare I say. Streamer thinks he's the lockpicking lawyer, not a fluke. I hate shorts, more of a jeans man. Okay, in that context, that's crazy. I love some shorts. Don't get me wrong. I love me some jeans as well. I'm a big jeans fan normally. But shorts are where it's at. Like, hands down. Jorts? Nah, I'm not a big jorts guy, I don't think. Streamer skipped Marble Joker. Is he even paying attention? Last time I wore shorts outside must have been like 6 years ago. Is this just like an unk thing? Do you just get to a certain point in your life and you say, I have no whimsy in my life. I can't wear pants that are cut off above the knee. They're comfortable, bro. That motherfucker from Pokemon Fire Red was onto something. I love shorts. They're comfortable and easy to wear. I mean, I can't imagine that any clothes are not easy to wear, so like, I guess. But like, he's onto something about the comfortable thing. They are comfortable. I'm wearing them right now. Any skirt people here? Like, this is a Balatro stream. How is that not the majority? Well, Twitch chat is saying skirts. I don't like shorts. I prefer long form content. Considering there are spoons in crack houses cooler than the weather in Florida right now, I gotta use that. As much as I love jeans, I'm rocking shorts this month. Yeah. I love shorts, the only pant that looks right with cargo pockets. Definitely not an unk thing. I'm an unk, and if I could, I would always wear shorts. Okay, so it's just like people that don't have any whimsy in their lives. I get it. It's okay. You can LARP as like a responsible adult. That's all right. My fat butt cannot fit into jeans. It's not even that I'm fat. It's that literally all the fat in my body is concentrated into my butt. It sucks. That's unfortunate. Excuse me. I will send you that joke on Discord so you don't forget it. I hate wearing shorts, but it's really hot as hell outside, so that's the only option. Is it still hot for like a majority of people in chat? It's been cooling off where I'm at. Not to say that it's like cool by any means. It's still like 80 degrees, but I mean, the rest of the summer comparatively has been like fucking high 80s and humid. Whereas the past couple of days have been like high 70s or like low 80s and like not humid. It's alright now that Canada isn't on fire. I don't remember if I talked about that during stream, but when I went on that camping trip, I was in the Apostle Islands, so I was like right next to all that shit. Our air quality index was at like a 900 one of the days that I was on the island. It was a beautiful time. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world, but I probably took like 6 years off of my life with how much smoke I inhaled during that like 4-day stay. It was genuinely unbelievable. It was crazy. I feel like popcorn in a microwave here, man. It's hot as hell. That's fair. It was 100 today. That's ass. One point it got to 100 where I'm at. My air quality was like a pack of cigs for an hour of being outside then. I was camping at my friend's cabin. Yeah, we were twins, bro. That was literally like same experience. That shit was buns. The camping trip itself was fire, but the, like, you know, the smoke inhalation was buns. There's just no other way around it. It was ass. Where I live, it's been cooling since the beginning of summer until about 3 days ago. Now we're back to 26-degree weather, which is a lot in Canada, and it's humid as fuck again. I fucking hate humidity, bro. I could tank like 90-degree heat all day if it wasn't humid. In fact, I did earlier this summer. I walked to my local town, which is like a, you know, hour walk one way. I just walked to town for something to do, sat in the park and drank in Arizona. It was very nice. I'm pretty sure it was like high 80s that day, and I tanked it on like a 2-hour round trip walk because it was like not humid. The other day I went to, when I was, it was the day that we did the machine party stream. Went on a date like trip with my girlfriend. We went to a mall that's like south of where I walk or where I live. Somebody said focus walk in chat. It's unlocked me. It was like fucking 88 degrees and sunny as shit and humid as all get out. And in the like 16 seconds that it took to walk from the car to inside the mall, I thought I was gonna pass away. That shit's terrible. IRL park stream when? Probably never. I don't foresee myself being an IRL stream guy, jokes aside. I just feel like there's too many. I know it's like all the rage. I know that a lot of the meta streamers, as it were, do it. I just feel like there's too much that can go wrong. I don't know if that's like a weird take, but that's just my 2 cents on it. So I can't really see myself doing it unless there was like an extreme demand for it. Celeste stream when? My therapist says I don't need to be ashamed of my feelings, but when I tell her my feelings, she shakes her head and says I don't like that one bit. Celeste stream when? I'm not sure. Maybe never, maybe sometime. Well, your therapist and I have something in common then. If you become IRL, you're gonna have to do literally everything to be relevant. Yeah, that's like just annoying. Like the IRL space is for washed chuds who think that they're gonna go from like 20 viewers to 1,000 viewers overnight. Like essentially, you know, shenanigans streamers, for lack of a better term, is what I'm getting at. Or it's like for fucking people who are already established. They can just do whatever they want. Is for people like, you know, like Jason the Ween, who like has 20,000 people on Twitch that would watch him drink lead paint. That's maybe a bad example because that would be like a pretty intriguing stream, but you catch my drift. I have to imagine. It would be fun to be the dullest IRL streamer ever. No, it wouldn't, because there's like such such insane competition for that title. Bang. My roommate and I are considering getting water troughs and filling them with ice and just drinking beer while we sit in them. That'd be kind of sick, honestly. You should become a live streamer. Also, Selmay, thank you for the hydrate. Thank you. You should become a live streamer. Hey, buddy, I got news for you. Do you know what the website that you're on currently is known for? If not, you have an internet connection, presumably, if you want to go to google.com and do some research. Today we will be shopping at Target. WIRL stream idea. Yeah, it's a WIRL stream idea if you're like literally the top 1,000 streamers on Twitch or like top 100 streamers on Twitch. If you're not either of those things, that fucking sucks. Sorry, found this linked on YouTube. Thought you were a YouTuber. Okay. Anything else? I'm gonna stop talking about this and just enjoy the game. I mean, nobody's telling you to stop talking about it. If you want to keep talking about it, keep talking about it. It's okay. I enjoy talking about, like, you know, popular culture, as it were. I enjoy talking about, you know, making fun of the kick streaming meta as much as the next guy. I'm the top 100% of streamers on Twitch. Hey, attaboy. Attaboy, dude. To be fair, Twitch nowadays is known for, like, not enforcing their policies. You should be a carpet salesman. Good one. I mean, that's like every platform, to be fair. I don't think that's, like, exclusive to Twitch. I think that's every platform on the internet is known for, like, not following their own rules. Streamer, what's your favorite variant of the trolley problem? I don't keep up with different variations, I guess. No Gamba? I'm just leaving Gamba to mods. Oh, prediction started. Oh, there you go. Can we take a credit card here just to look in this pack? It could be pretty nice with the Chad. Now here's a question, because I don't know if I've ever come across this in my entire life. The Grimbo is actually like considerable here, I think, on Painted Deck. I think on Painted Deck, if you just do 2-pair, Grimbo is like pretty good. Here's a question. Is Riffraff as an Eternal still good on Painted Deck? Because I think Riffraff as an Eternal is like fine on any deck in the game, including Plasma. I think that's a hot take. I think people would call me crazy for saying Eternal Riffraff on Plasma is fine. I think it's fine on Plasma. On Painted, I feel like I'm not taking this. If it's stickerless, I think you're a fucking idiot loser if you don't take it. Or even if it's like rental or some shit like that. Eternal Riffraff on Painted Deck? I mean, like, Ectoplasm exists, I guess, but like, I'm not, you know, I'm not a seer. I'm not a Joker that scales by +1 molt every tarot card you use. I can't tell if that's in my future. I think it's just Grimbo here. I think you could also get away with full skipping here, but I think Grimbo is fine. Take the investment tag, and then we just play 2 pairs for the rest of time. Maybe we play a full house here just to get out, so that we can recoup some of our money. I guess we have an investment tag, bro. Who cares? Just play the 2-pair, man. You can have max 1 other Joker before it loses half its value, and then you're capped at 3 slots, basically. Yeah. I think the former problem is not that bad. Rewarded. I think the former problem is not that bad if you just, like, A, if it's not Eternal, and B, if you just, like, pay attention and use your brain. But, like, when it's Eternal, I think the former problem is, like, really stinky. Three is less than 4. Quick maths. Truth nuke. Alright, well, now we just win. I need to go to work because despite covering a shift from 6 to 11, I still need to work 9:45 to 4 when I wake up, so good night. Well, best of luck with that, Rugby. Thank you for being in stream for so long. I hope work goes as well as it can. Best of luck, bro. Crack a Judgment. Jolly Joker is a big old, like, who cares? I'm gonna hang 2 2s. If a Wii Joker comes along, then, like, Turbo Punished, but I like hanging things of adjacent ranks. Makes me feel good. Makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. Pause. Watch Shock completely rug pull this prediction. How do I rug pull a prediction when I don't even know what it is? Why the fuck is the chat auto-translating thing translating I know to I? The fuck? I don't... Bro, YouTube's auto-translation is, like, broken as fuck. I'll report how work went in tomorrow's stream. Huge. Every day I work, I hope the health inspector comes in and shuts us down. That's maybe the funniest chat of all time. Hey, I feel you, bro. I feel you. Right now I'm playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. You know a game that I want to get back to? I don't remember. I can't keep track of all of, like, the Final Fantasies. So I don't remember which one it is, but whatever is, like, the really popular one on the SNES, I want to play through that game. I guess I have so many fucking story games that I need to play through. The photo's cool. Here's the thing. We have Eternal Grimbo and Trousers, so despite the fact that we have a Chad to go with it, I think it's, like, not the play. I think that's evil and stupid. As most photographs in this game are. Final Fantasy VI, that's probably 6. Gotcha. Yeah. I want to play through that. I've only played, like, the very early game of it, but I want to, like, play a Final Fantasy game to understand what all the hype is. And I love the SNES. So I'm thinking that's, like, the one for me, probably. Probably Magician when we have the Chad. Grade pair, I don't think so. Now that we have like actual value in the deck, I guess we could discard a little bit. I still don't want to with Grimbo though. The idea is like Pants is gonna eclipse Grimbo, but I guess if Grimbo's an Eternal, then like I still want him to be fucking doing something instead of just sitting there and being a chud loser. One you need to play is the 4 Mafia games that are out right now. Somebody said Sora is my favorite Final Fantasy character. I'm genuinely like floored that nobody screamed at you for that in Twitch chat, but that's a +2.5. First one just got an update to make it run at 60 FPS. The second one has a banger story. I haven't played the third, and the Old Country just came out last Christmas. Gotcha. Yeah, I've heard Mafia is like a good franchise. That's a huge death target. Holy shit. That's so good. I think we don't need flashcard. I think we could take it here and probably not get punished because we're presumably going to be re-rolling quite a bit anyway, but like we don't need it, so why bother? Type shit. Could I please... I'm gonna sack here a little bit. I'm gonna throw just a tiny bit here. Because I really would like for this blue seal to pull up so that I can copy it. I think 2 pair wins in 1. I'm gonna play it just in case it doesn't. It's kind of mind-boggling that Sora is in Fortnite now. Sora's in Fortnite? That's kind of hilarious, I can't lie. Classic Fortnite, I guess. Probably we take the hieroglyph. I've bounced back and forth so much on hieroglyph throughout the course of my life, but I am definitely in a very hieroglyph is an auto take point in my life right now. Triple T's in Fortnite, like who isn't nowadays? That's very fair. Shortcast Shock, what's your thoughts on removing 2 standard packs from the game? What do you... Elaborate. What? What do you mean? Give me one of these. Shock, how short are you? I forgot. Don't you mean how tall am I? I'm a fucking absolutely towering, menacing 5'7". Okay, dude. I bet you fucking wish that you're that tall, idiot. Hyro on black deck? Okay, you got me. Hyro on black deck is like probably dog shit every single time. But, I mean, I think Hyro is like really good. I've bounced back and forth on it quite a lot, even recently, where I'm like, Hyro's bad because you get less hands for scaling jokers, but like, yeah, that's true, but like, also you get extra shops, dummy. I'm more than a foot taller than you. Okay, you're saying that like as if I'm short when the fact of the matter is that you're just like insanely tall, if that's true. Like, you're saying that as if you're making fun of me, but, like, that's 100% just a case where, like, you are insanely tall. I don't know how else to say it. My sister is as tall as you? Your sister is, like, kind of tall, I feel like, then. I mean, I'm tall, so your sister has to be tall. I'm like at least 10 inches taller than you. That's kind of crazy. You also play Balatro multiplayer, though, so like all the aura that you're trying to farm right now is just not working for you, I gotta say. Is okay, Short King? My point still stands. No one asked, plus you live in a meta where something called speedrun was a thing for quite some time. Dog shit ass Joker, I'm sorry. I don't remember the last time I played BMP. Washed. I'm kidding. That's fair, man. I wasn't the one that originally called you short, to be fair. Yeah, no, I'm not like... there's no like ill will harbored against you. We can't be calling people who are 5'7" short king. Like, that's about the global average, I think. Yeah, I think so. Give or take. I just don't like the BMP changes to the game. Oh, you don't like new ranked? I literally have not looked at new ranked yet, I don't think. I've maybe played it like one time against a friend. Let me do this just so that I can like sack and hopefully convert more cards into Jold. All right, give me Hieroglyph and then give me an Arcana pack. Bleh, I wish I have boobs. I mean, I'm not even trans, and that's kind of real. I feel like that'd be kind of sick, no? They do seem a little bit like a pain in the ass at times, though. Also, if I had boobs, I would probably... I mean, I'm just going to say what everybody's thinking. I'd probably be, like, a hell of a lot less productive than I currently am. You can read between the lines on that one. You can take it whichever way you'd like to, but, like, I'm just saying. I think that's, like, a fact of life. You know who else was about 5'7"? Jesus. Was Jesus 5'7"? There's no way that's true. Wasn't the average height back then, like, much shorter? Or is that, like, is that one of those things that's, like, everybody thinks is true, but it's actually a common misconception? Jolden ticket is cool, but not enough for me to take, because I need, like, some kind of X-Molt, please. Boobs will give more, like, back pain, so streamer will become less productive. That makes sense. Yeah, sure. True or misconception would be the most evil category on a game show. That would go kind of, like, crazily hard, though. Your productivity would drop so much because you'd spend so much time trying to find shit that actually fucking fits you. I mean, like, that's not where I was going with it at all, but, like, all jokes aside, that's probably, like, an insane truth nuke. If I couldn't just, like, pull up to my local Walmart and just buy, like, anything off the shelf that I felt like looked even remotely cool and then just like wear it for the rest of my life, it would actually be so over. I wouldn't be able to do fucking anything, man. What's with the astronomer shock? Kind of a weird line to take, IMO. I want to call you a Redditor or like here's the thing. I get what you're going for, and like it is kind of funny, but I've just seen it so many times that like I can't muster the courage to even come up with like a remarkable quip. So I'm just gonna leave it at that, and we can both go about our lives. Is that fine? All right, this build should win, I think. Now I feel bad. Oh, man. RIP the access to, like, Target graphic tees. You know what's fucked up is that's, like, literally all that I wear. Except I don't go to Target. Like, ever. But, I mean, you guys, like... I guess my shirts aren't too visible on stream, so it kind of maybe looks like I'm raffle maxing, but, like, every single shirt that I wear is just, like... a graphic tee that I found at like Hot Topic. Any Hot Topic shoppers in chat? I haven't even seen a Target in like 7 years or something. I just went to Target this weekend. That's kind of crazy. Is that where you buy your carpets to resell? Fuck off. Oh my god. Good 3/4 of my wardrobe is orange. I'm very like Midwest emo pilled. A lot of my wardrobe is like black. It's not even because I'm trying to be like Midwest emo coded though. It's just like all of the bands that I happen to enjoy, like all of their graphic tees are black because I guess their target audience is people who are trying to be Midwest emo coded, which like fair. But I don't know, man. Why is Shock so sensitive about being a carpet merchant? Is he not reporting his carpet income to the IRS? God. Let me say it gets me that you go in and the band shirts section looks like the band shirts section from 2000. Yeah, I kind of like that, though. I love Hot Topic. I buy some crazy amount of stuff from them. I only got a Kingdom Hearts shirt from 3 years ago from Hot Pocket. Hot Pocket is... I don't know if that was a typo or if it was intentional, but either way, that's like an insanely funny typo. Hot Topic, Jesus. That not being intentional makes it like 1,000 times funnier. That's insanely fun. Oh, man. Come on, it's Deftones, Evanescence, Linkin Park. I mean, I love nu metal and all, but that feels so weird. It's just the demographic that they appeal to. It's motherfuckers who are between the age of like Nightmare Balatro and like Harold, who listen to like System of a Down one time and they're like, this is the greatest fucking thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Also, I have seed money. Did anybody else remember that? Because I sure didn't. Over here talking about a Hot Topic. We'll grab Money Tree if we have the income for it, just because it's funny, but I think it's probably, like, not worth it at all. Nightmare Balatro is, like, 8, and Harold is, like, retirement age. Yeah, okay, true. Bad, you know, bad comparison to draw, I guess. Last time I went to karaoke, the college kids all sang along with Toxicity. Yeah, that's like, that's what I'm getting at. I don't know if it's just like a generational thing or if it's like just the people that I surround myself with who happen to have like-minded tastes, but like I feel like there's not a single person that I interact with in my like off-stream life that doesn't fuck with System of a Down. Or like other such bands. You look like my dad's brother's uncle's granddaughter's father. Your uncle's granddaughter's father? There's something there. You might just be typing nonsense, but there's probably something there, and if there is, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm just not reading that far into it, Twin. But thanks if it's meant to be a compliment, or fuck off if it's meant to be like like trolling, I guess. At Focus Shock, thank you for just pinging me in Twitch chat with nothing to say. I love that. That's huge. System of a Down is one of those bands that is just straight positivity, no controversy, even from the community, really. Maybe that's why that's the case, is because they're like very palatable. I guess that would make sense. Areas in disguise. I'm glad we scaled the pants because the wall is next. Anti-6. chud-ass wall. Otherwise, it would scale to be more points than the final boss, which makes, like, intuitive sense, but is kind of fucking stupid when you're, like, playing the game and notice it. Anyway, if you guys want tickets, my SoundCloud is linked. Exclamation mark muted. Fuck off. My ass is not muted. Do we even win double copying license? We literally have to. Oh, we almost one tap it. Damn! Okay. Hand some. Thank you, Lalamont. Hopefully I said that right. Thank God I got ads so I didn't have to hear that /J. Hey, if you're making fun of my singing voice, then fuck you. I'm self-conscious about it. I'm actually not, but now you feel bad, and I get to laugh. If you're making fun of the song itself and my lyrical capabilities along with it, I mean, like, I get it. Uranus in this pack, and then we go... Do we have... Telescope? No, that was just Natty Uranus. Okay, if we had Telescope, I would have went into that other pack, but without it, I don't think I can really be bothered to give a fuck. Exclamation mark add. What could you possibly think an exclamation mark add command would do besides, like, run an ad? What is even the expectation there? I was talking to my friend the other day about jokers who just exist to waste space in the shop, and the first one he brought up was pants. Maybe the worst video game take I've ever heard in my life. No joke. Your friend either watches Raffle exclusively and is thus, like, addicted to playing flushes, or your friend has, like, 2 hours in the game, in which case, like, maybe don't make fun of him for having dogshit takes. But if it's the former, then, like, yeah, go crazy, because that's insane. Only an absolute barbarian would have such a take. Twin, I'm a random Twitch chatter. You shouldn't care what I think about your singing voice. I was fucking joking, dude. Who would want to wear pants if they could wear no pants? Well, are we counting shorts as pants? I guess is, like, a pretty integral part of that argument for me. Because me personally, I don't know if this is, like, a weird take, but even, like, societal rules aside, if I'm given the choice between having something covering my dick and balls or just, like, being butt-ass naked, no matter the context, I kind of like having something covering my dick and balls. I don't know if that's weird. Like, once again, even, like, societal implications aside, if it was, like, perfectly socially acceptable to just walk around butt-ass naked and, like, not wearing pants, I think I would still wear pants. I'm just not built like that. Exclamation mark enter fuck a fan contest. Welcome in, Ethamir. W chat, I guess. I don't think he's new. He just doesn't strategize very hard, I guess. I mean, like, fair. Exclamation mark OF. Don't have one. Yet. I've said it, like, so many times on stream before, but I will still die on the hill. I think it would be the funniest fucking thing ever to become an OnlyFans. Taking this is throwing the entire game in the garbage if it whiffs. But, like, dude, we haven't gotten a soul in, like, 2 weeks worth of streams, and I desperately need to unlock the other 2 legendaries on this profile. This is actually just crumpling up the run and throwing it in the waste bin, but, like, dude. Canio and Tribule have just been avoiding me fucking forever, and it's so annoying. Fuck it, we ball. I mean, I don't know if we, like, can. Fuck it, we ball. Check misprint to see if it's Canio. Good comms. I guess we can copy blueprint, and that's still, like, not terrible, I guess. That's still, like, way less score than we would be getting, but we've also been, like, one-tapping. So, like, maybe it's fine. What's, like, worst-case scenario, I guess? Chico, because this boss does nothing? That would be, like, worst-case scenario. It's also not like we're win streaking, so like if I throw this away, all I'm losing is time. But it is also, it's not gold stake, so we're not guaranteed to have something that we haven't seen before. So like if all of this is to say if I sell the driver's license and then I rip the soul and it's a Chico, like I'm gonna be fucking pissed. You only ever sell pants here? What? I guess we do have a plus 38 Grimbo. I kind of didn't like peep that. At Focus Shock, drop yo pants, twin. That's crazy, but okay. Can you guys switch your tone, please? That's crazy. Pretty sure pants is only ×2. Yeah, you're very correct about that. There's like a little bit more, but not by much. Okay, well, in that case, yeah, I don't know why I didn't just like use my brain. We'll just sell the pants. Sorry, pants. All right, W unlock. That kind of sucks in the context of this run, but like W unlock, I guess. Polychrome photo. Sure. Foil Grimbo, the gang's all here. Pre me not having room for the second soul in this ante. Average gold stake soul. I actually can't even be mad because despite the fact that I used to crash out about getting exclusively Trib in my gold stake runs, I feel like I haven't seen Trib in like forever recently. I reckon your shorts smell there, Buster. Clocked. What the fuck do you mean clocked? What are you going to do to celebrate when you get 100%? Not have to play this profile anymore, I reckon. Nah, streamer, you got clocked, not gonna lie. Cocaine? How is that not auto-moderated? Somebody will say, like, fuck you, streamer idiot in chat, and that gets held by the auto-moderation, but somebody can just type cocaine, and Twitch is like, yeah, that's fine. How long do you think 100% would take anyways? At the rate that we've been going, I think it won't... I thought it was going to be done by the end of August. I think it won't be done by the end of August, but I can't see it lasting past like week 2 of September at the rate that we've been going. Fuck you, idiot streamer. Nah, automod, don't give a shit. You don't think people at Twitch do a ton of that? That's fair. That's fair. Can you hex here? I mean, it's a... Oh, wait, I can, because the only thing it can hit is driver's license. Wait, good shout. That's a W hex. My time would probably be like 20 years. I mean, that's fair. It took me a super long time when I was like first playing the game, but that's also because like I was first playing the game. So like, yeah, obviously it's going to take a long time. That's photo, so we can put you over here. Actually, I guess we do want you here because you're polychrome. My first time getting 100%, I think it took me like... give or take 300-ish hours. There was like a little bit of downtime in between because we played a couple of mods before I got 100%, so not all of that was 100%, but I think it took me like 250, 300 hours to get 100% the first time. Now it's looking like maybe it'll take like, I'm thinking 120. It'll be the ballpark. All right, W Trib. W run clear. Thank you, chat. I'm really not excited for orange and gold stake plasma deck. I think that's going to be really not good. Eternal Jokers should be on by default, and Black Stake should remove them because they're straight up better, I swear to God. That's true if you only play high score. If you play Gold Stake, that's not true whatsoever. Eternal Jokers, I think, in Gold Stake fuck you a lot more than they, like, help you out. Which is not to say that they, like, don't help you out ever, because they do help you out a lot, but, like, Eternals, I think, do more harm than good. And maybe it's not, like, a crazy ratio. Maybe it's, like, 60% harm, 40% good. But, like, I digress. Thank you for the hydrate. I got you. 7 of hearts on top. We don't complete the straight, so I think I'm just going to toss the 4 and go for the flush. We would not have completed the straight. Let's go for the flush one more time. We would have completed the straight, but this flush wins anyway, so, like, who cares? Good boy. Just gonna ignore that. Chad but perishable. That's a big who cares then. Chatters when Eternal Rental walks into the shop. I mean, yeah, that too, for sure. I love when you drink for me. All right. I can tell somebody's fucking bored off their ass at work. Shock how many channel points to time out a chatter. Good question. I don't know, man. Let's go for hearts since we got 2 evens. Okay, I guess fuck me. 2 pairs got to win here, so that's fine. 0 if you're a mod. Truth nuke, I guess. Hollow Scholar or Grabber Voucher. Any other deck, maybe just Hollow Scholar for like fun maxing. Anaglyph deck, give me the Grabber Voucher. This deck needs all the help that it can get in the case of like a double tag whiff. One of the mechanics I had a lot of fun making for my mod pack was good stickers, which were stickers with positive effects. That seems kind of nice. Handy tag for $6 with a double tag. Eating good in the neighborhood, as they say. That's kind of huge. Bang. Shock, we pulled 2.5 gallons of infected fluid out of this guy's nuts today. Very smelly. You could have, like... You could have called me and told me that. You could have, like, pulled up to my crib and told me that. You could have, like, just not told me that at all. You had to say it in a Twitch chat with 40 other people in it. 41, including myself. I mean, some might say that's based. I'll let chat decide, but that's I don't know how to feel about that. Stickerless Steven means photos, like not ass. How do I become unliterate? Well, there's the there you go. Thanos was right. Somebody said already are. I didn't even catch that. Unliterate. That's really funny. Abstract walkie-talkie. If we're playing this not like bums, it's definitely abstract here. So probably let's take it, considering we're on Anaglyph deck. I think also if we maybe had a different boss that we were into, you could maybe play that a bit differently. But on this Chud deck, into the boss that like kills good runs, maybe just go with whatever gives you the most score. We get Todd and a Mercury level. Tags are still dog shit unless we get like a hologram. Todd Mercury level with the Fool is probably a good play. Now we just paramax until we can get rid of these two. I made a sticker called Egg Sticker where it gained $1 of sell value and replaced rental sticker. That one was fun. I also had a Pirate Joker theme going on to match Swashbuckler. One of them was called Galleon, but I don't remember what the effect was. That's actually kind of sick. I rather like that. At Slargs24, I hope one of your friends forces you to watch Chainsmoker, Cat. What is the hype around that show? Is it like actually okay, or is it like ass? I've heard the name so many times, and I just cannot be bothered to look into it at all. Because at the end of the day, I kind of just don't care. She swashed my buckle till I yarg. It's a comedy that's filled with the most disgusting, depressing shit you've ever seen. So is not a comedy then. Got it. Okay. What's up, Schmeck? I'm so cozy. Everyone's so jealous of me right now. How you doing, Schmeck? How you going, bro? Schmeck, how's the new season been treating you of Champions? How you been doing? You climbing ladder? You getting the elo? I think we just waste all of our money into this shop. Yummers. We'll sell the photo here. Steven might still be a little bit useful. I've heard of that anime from that and somebody critiquing the chain smoking and substance use and now want to watch it for myself. I don't want to watch it because I feel like it's probably going to be a waste of my time. But it's like intriguing, to be fair. I'll give you that. 1 and 7, my ass. What is this? And 2 jacks on the backswing. All right, I'll just go fuck myself then. I didn't want rebate value anyway, actually. That's okay. That's okay. I didn't want it. Pretty good just vibing away, but I think randos at school are starting to think I'm stupid, which, like, fair, I guess. I mean, like, gang, I don't want to, like, be that guy, but you're in a Balatro stream at 1:27 in the morning when you presumably have school tomorrow, technically today. So, like, I don't want to say that they're right, because that would just be mean, but, like, at the same time, they're not exactly wrong. Please don't win. New Joker idea: for every 7 you play, you get 2 jacks. Just trying to make bad cards better. That seems very odd, but I mean, it's intriguing. Similarly to whatever I just said that about. I've already forgotten. That's on me. I lost on Ante 19 Gold Stake Nan run. That's tragic. I'm sorry to hear. I really want this handy tag because it's $82 right now, which is a lot of money, and I think that's going to be probably the only tag that's worth taking for the extent of this game. But I think if we take that and we don't, like, upgrade our build right now, then we probably just, like, die to the wall, even with 6 hands. I guess with 6 hands, we only need to score 6 grand per hand. If we assume no odd Todd value and somehow no Steven value, that's 55 times 20 is 1,000 times 2 is 2,000. So, like, absolute bare minimum, we're making 2,000 per hand. Todd probably doubles that. Steven does not double that. No, I think we just can't skip here, even with 6 hands. I think we need something to counteract the wall. I think let's rip the Chad go next. Chad over Malin? No, you're crazy. Steven's on the way out, bro. I ain't give a fuck about no. Even with Chad, I don't care about +8 molt. You got me fucked up if you think that's the case. For champions, I hopped on day 1 of the new season and haven't hopped on since. I hopped on singles day 1 of the season and I was grinding it for like off and on for a while until I got master rank. I haven't touched VGC until today, but so far I'm like 3-0 for VGC, which is nice. The Camerupt team, I might start shiny hunting Camerupt. You would have gotten 82 bucks, no need for rebate. I mean, you say that, but like in the grand scheme of things, 82 bucks is not as much money as the game might lead you to think. You banking for negative skip? Hell no. But yeah, I guess it depends on how the meta develops for Pokemon Champions, but if the new season comes out and he still looks good into the meta, I'm thinking about shiny hunting a Camerupt. Because I got Camerupt as the Trick Room sweeper on my team. I got an Eruption Mega Camerupt, and he kicks ass and takes names. My 2 main sweepers are a Hisui and Avalugg and a Mega Camerupt, and they kind of fuck shit up, man. Back to work, nerds. Love you, Shock. Love you, Slargs. Thank you for pulling up. Gonna try and get some sleep. Hope you have a good run, though. Hey, thank you, Something Unfunny, for pulling up to the stream. Hope you get some good sleep, man. Bye, gangs. True. Shock, what's your favorite movie that if you describe, you sound crazy? Mine is the live-action Cat in the Hat. My favorite movie that if I describe it, I sound crazy. I would have to think about that. There's a delicate balance there between like favorite film and like a film that I would have to sound crazy describing. I honestly don't know. What tarot card do you think is the most you? Temperance for sure. Temperance is not close. I went to a clairvoyant and I was the magician. Interesting. Which Joker do you think frequently exceeds the 25 mph designated school limit? Throwback. Is that even a question? Wow, everything's ass. Okay, so I guess I'm just dead into the wall. Maybe. Are you a particularly well-balanced individual? I reckon I'm like fairly well-balanced. Bus, I'm worried about, listen, the bus is not bad, but I'm worried about surviving this wall, and Bus is doing precisely fuck all to help there. 6 odd pairs? Oh shit, we do need 6 odd pairs. Holy fuck. Okay, I didn't think it would be that close. I thought I could get away with like 5 odd pairs. It's looking like maybe I threw. We'll see. Todd Chad is kind of carrying though. We'll leave those 9s in hand. Should have cycled the 8 instead of the... Never mind. This shouldn't win. I'm going to discard in case it does somehow. Because I can definitely reap the reward here and still more than likely get out. If this doesn't win by like X amount of points, I'm going to be fucking pissed. Oh my god, this is actually not going to win. What's in my misprint? If it's an odd card, I'm going to fucking... Okay, it's not an odd card, so it didn't matter. This is actually not going to win. This is off by literally like 500 points, maybe less than that. This is off by like 400, I'm going to say. Not sure why you discarded the ace. I'm really not either, but that's neither here nor there at this point in time. Motherfucker, it lost by 80 points! Son of a bitch! Skill diff? I mean, yeah, but like, I reserve the right to be mad about it, even though it's not really justified. That's fucking crazy, man. Discarded the 9s for what? For what? I don't fucking... Because I thought we were gonna get a pair, bro. I wasn't paying attention to the score. We were like... I mean, bro, we were that close. I was eyeballing it, and I was like, oh, 2 pairs gets me there. I wasn't concerned with fucking min-maxing no odd Todd. Should I have been? Yeah, probably. I mean, like, definitely. Retrospectively, but... It is what it is, man. We just go next. Keep on playing the game. No, you were concerned with min-maxing rebate instead? Okay, to be fair, min-maxing rebate was definitely not what killed me there. Like, not even close. I think halvesies is maybe the better play on this deck, but give me the trading card. Doc would be proud. Aurora with the follow. Welcome in. 2 pair gets us close enough. Let's snap off of 3. I almost said 4 because I'm an illiterate fuck. Literally could have just played a high card or something and kept the 9s. I'm not fucking keeping the 9s. What are you, crazy? I'm going to spend $15 to win a blind that I whiffed by 80 points. I could have farted and it would have gotten me there, dude. I eyeballed it. I thought we agreed. We couldn't. It is what it is. This is tech, I think. Is foil? It's not molt is the only thing, but this boss is free with a foil, so I think this is tech. Then you should have farted instead of shitting the bed. Okay, I reserve the right to be mad at you because you're making fun of me. However, that was bars, so like I kind of can't be mad at you. I mean, you just gotta be like fucking kidding me. What's your favorite toenail to cut, and do you save them? Yeah, mods, that's your discretion. I'm not going to elaborate any further, but, you know. Do what you gotta. Schmeckles is on your ass. You gotta fight back. Well, okay, here's the thing. Yes, you could say that I have to fight back. However, at the end of the day, Schmeckles has to go to high school tomorrow and I don't, so like I've already won is what I'm getting at. There's really no need for me to fight back. Would a Raffle Chatter be that brave to say that? I think, yeah, Raffle Chatters are brave enough to say that daily. The only difference is they get banned in Raffles chat, and in mine they get +2s. I don't know if that makes my chat better or worse. That's, I guess, up to the individual. I have to start school next week, too. That's tragic, bro. That's tragic. They get converted into molt for the dagger. Bro has to kill a mockingbird chapter 2 due tomorrow. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, who am I to make fun of somebody with such circumstances? Take the flush level just so I don't, like, accidentally pass away, especially since the wall is looking pretty scary right now. I know I'm throwing face cards, but I'm more concerned with, like, not dying than I am with making money. At least for the time being. I'm gonna be, like, late to every weekday stream now because of that. It's literally no worry whatsoever. I mean, if you're upset about it, I get it. But if you're, like, Streamer's gonna be so mad at me. Like, I don't... No disrespect to anybody, like, all jokes aside. I don't get people who are like, hey, sorry for missing yesterday's stream. Like, I appreciate that you respect me enough to be like, hey, I missed this thing that you were doing. I apologize. But, like, bro, you got a life. I understand that. Streamer don't actually care about us is quite the opposite, actually. I'm saying you don't have to apologize for being late to my stream because, like, you do shit outside of stream. Duh. Like, I feel like that should be fairly obvious. Punished for not taking the halvesies. I'm definitely dead here. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts. Could I draw the diamond? Oh my fuck. I mean, I didn't have molt here, so, like, I'm dead anyway, but my fucking deck is not doing me any favors, twin. How much money did we have before we went into the blind? I reckon we just reroll there and probably our circumstances are better, but also, like, fuck me, I guess. Dying to wall back-to-back sucks. Yeah, a little bit. They were both preventable, though, so at the end of the day, it's, like, not that big a deal. Well, one was definitely preventable. The anti-2 wall that we just died to was, like, I mean, it was probably... The death there was probably preventable, but I guess we can't say that for certain. I like an Eternal Cloud 9, I'm not gonna lie. But maybe we want Molt when we're on the fuck you and die deck. I'm cool with that. I don't even really like Scary Face if I'm keeping it a buck, but, like, slap some polychrome on it and we can talk. Hey, streamer, I'm currently playing BTD 6 as I want all black borders back. Sorry for not being active in chat. You're chilling. This is hilarious, and I honestly think it's worth taking because of the polychrome. Let's do it. Hey, streamer, I'm looping a cool edit of a character I found. Sorry for not being active in chat. Okay, it took me until then to realize that y'all were, like, making satire, as it were, out of the take that I just had, where, like, you don't have to apologize for not being in stream. And I respect it. I appreciate it. Also, I'm like a dumbass for not realizing it way earlier, but I digress. Yeah, I didn't want the extra $1 from winning anyway. I'm actually just scaling the bus 5-head. I'm being for real. I've watched this edit like 90 times during the stream. Oh, well, never mind. W's, I guess. Coupon fuck you! We're gonna beat it this time. But, like, dude. Better hand to build off of 3 oak or full house? Full house and it's, like, not or, excuse me. 3 oak and it's, like, not close. Full house fucking sucks. It's the fuck you and die deck immediately takes bust with polychrome Scary Face, and that's literally a good play. Notice how the polychrome Scary Face is polychrome, but also that is not eternal. Anaglyph might low-key be a dog shit deck. I don't think it's low-key. I think it's pretty bad. I think it's better than people say it is. People act like it's unplayable. I don't think it's unplayable, but, like, I don't think it's good. By any means. Could be sell Scary Face for the fib, which I think is probably a good play. Into the wall specifically. If I could afford all of the above, you know. Probably I don't have to explain what I would do in that circumstance, but nonetheless. Hey, Shock, sorry I'm not active in chat tonight. I'm in Key West trying to find your carpet selling business. Bruh. Looky. God, this is so fucking terrible. Sigil, I guess, sure. Make them all into clurbs. It definitely gives off the vibes of if the tags don't deliver, you're just playing worse blue deck. Well, it's like way worse blue deck because you don't have 5 hands. It's essentially just like if you don't get a good tag in ante 4 or 5, like, have fun having literally no bonus, idiot. And like no bonus in this game is like makes it like a D tier deck. Like you would think that it just being a regular deck would make it like C tier because it's like, well, it's not good, but it's not bad. But like having nothing is so ass because like every deck aside from black deck and like plasma has something. Even if the something is like not good or if it's like annoying, like Nebula deck, like every deck still has something. Anaglyph oftentimes just has, like, not anything, which is, like, terrible. I think I want the Clever Joker just so that I have some kind of chips. We have, like, no money, man. Wow, I can reroll the boss blind 3 times? Like, dude, literally. Why am I winning in 1 on something that's not called the wall? At this point, I'm just throwing because I'm fucking too busy reading chat. Arrowhead was already probably not good enough to take as an Eternal here, but then we took the Sigil and removed like half of all of the spades from our deck, and now it's abysmal dog shit. Let's move on. If you could cook a card and serve it for dinner, what would you serve? Can use condiments. I mean, I'm just gonna take like the pussy route and probably go with like a food joker. I feel like probably ramen, man. I feel like it has to be a ramen angle. Streamer throwing the game because he's reading chat, so like every stream? I mean, like, yeah. Gotta be in the deck. Oh, shit. Gotta be in the deck. 7 of Hearts. Not elaborating either. Seven of Hearts with a nice honey garlic glaze. I guess I just elaborated. L liar. Okay, there's only 20 minutes left in the stream, but this run might go like kind of long if we like get it to a point where it's winning, because Anaglyph, if it doesn't give you payoff, is like kind of a thinky deck. I have had the piss for the past like 45 minutes. I'm gonna go do that right now. If you have to piss, go do that now. If you need to fill up your water, etc. and so on, go do that. Love you guys. Alrighty, we're back. I'm going to bed. Good night. Good night. Thank you for watching. Alright, what are we doing? Are we picking up a sixth sense? I guess we could. Fuck it, this run's already cooked anyway. Might as well see if it like uncooks itself with a blue seal or some shit. Fantastic. Love that. We'll hold on to that and just block, I guess. No Cavendish. A little bit tragic. 8-ball. That's something. Is it good? I don't know. But it's something. Grim fam? Like, bro. What the fuck? Shock, it is not something. Hate to break it to you. It's like something. It's not good, but it's at least trying. That's all I can ask for. All right, 8-ball. Yeehaw! Oh, and I lose my chips. We're so fucked. Burger? Kinda has to be, I think. He's finally learned the mindset. What? Actually, what are you yapping about? Wily? Okay, hold on. This is something. 5 aces in the deck. This is something. It's not good, but it's something. I think Sixth Sense is out so we can keep Burger. And let's paintbrush. Let's get a little wild. Let's get a little wild. You gotta, if you wanna, you gotta spend money to make money or something like that. I don't know, man. I just work here. Okay. Damn, the unconditional 50 chips feels pretty damn good. I can't lie. Stupid ass familiar. Hate him. Hey, he went live? Yeah, kind of like I do every day. Not every day, but like most of them. Welcome in, man. Sure. Grabber voucher is nice. Speed tag is an investment tag. I guess that's like okay. Buffoon tag is kind of like whatever here. Might just be the buffoon tag, honestly, so that we can get like something. We get 5 buffoon packs to look through. We need like some sort of X-molt to tie everything together. Fib is pretty good with the 8-ball. Let's get rid of the burger for... I said Fib, I meant Chad. Let's just take a Chad here. Could be a seltzer. I think I'd rather keep the foil for my chips. Let's skip. Not much there. Foil popcorn. There's a rebate. That's dog shit. Hollow is really good. Let's take the hollow. Okay. Do we maybe just hunt for 3 oaks? No levels. God, this is so buns. What does this get me with the foil? I got 5 hands. That's terrible. All right, so probably I'm dying here unless I get like a flush house. That's, I mean, could not have been better timed. Let's hit him with that. This isn't going to win, I don't think, outright, but it's going to get us close. Oh, it does win outright. Okay, fire. Any standard pack, and we're like kind of so back. Okay, no standard pack. That's terrible. Boss says previously played cards debuffed. That's stinky. Temperance it up. Could be perishable acro. Maybe. Take the full house level. You ever go perishable acro here over the hanging, Chad? I think no. I think the Chad provides too much over the course of the run, but it is better for like the last hand, obviously. Magician card, pretty sweet. Let's go 4 oak here. We could do 4 oak like this. There's a molt trigger. Not bad. Oh, shit. Okay. We might be back. Actually, we're not back because we have literally no money and no ways of producing money. So I think we're still fucked here. But, I mean, stranger things have happened is I guess what I'm trying to say. I've done the game. Garganackle is interesting, honestly. I don't know how good Garganackle is in VGC, but Garganackle is like really widely regarded as fantastic in singles. Hello, Monsieur Shock. I know I didn't say it right. Hello, Ghost. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Dude, Anaglyph deck is like having its way with me, man. Granted, the first 2 games I kind of played like a fucking idiot, but I feel like this one I did not play all that terribly, and we're still kind of getting toasted. Spectral pack. Needle. It's not looking good. I think this isn't even enough to save us, but it is kind of nice. I just have no money. Like, I literally need a miracle lucky card proc. If I get that, then this run wins. But, like, other than that, it's like, cooked. Magic Twick hologram, GG. Yeah, but, like, I don't have fucking money for it. Like, I peeped that too, don't get me wrong, but if I don't have the bread for it, then, like, who cares? I need my lucky cards, so I'm just gonna keep cycling. Garganackle should have been Rock Ghost, given its ability. I would have liked a Rock Ghost Garganackle. I can't lie. Okay, we're so back. Making it neutral to ghost moves as a ghost type would be tough. That'd be kind of sick, yeah. Another good singles Pokemon to add to the team. I really should just do singles this season, shouldn't I? Also, I literally have not, to be fair, it's widely regarded as good in singles. I haven't seen it in singles one time while I've been playing singles. So I don't know if it just like fell off or if it's like dog shit into the meta or what. I haven't played with it like at all. Maybe they nerfed one of its moves. Maybe they nerfed like Salt Cure or some shit. But I don't think I've come across a single Garganackle in Champions. Maybe Champions players just aren't knowers. I don't know. That was a very Peachal okay. I think that's why I started doing the okay thing, was from watching Peachal. Are these Pokemon? Yes. There's too many good singles mons. That's fair. There are quite a few. No 3 Oaks, huh? Ooh, never mind. Sick. More lucky money, please? I don't need it this time, but it would be nice. I can't lie. Shit, man, I'll take it. Damn. Damn. No more money, so I guess you fucking hate me. Oh, shit, never mind. Nice data pack, streamer. Hey, those were all legitimate. Fuck off. Let's take the ace so that the wily joker has something to do. Idle is hilarious. I'm not taking it, but it is funny. That's not lost on me. No strength, so I guess we hang the kings. More hollow. I completely fucking forgot about this boss blind. I'm like turbo omega cooked. Unless I get good RNG. If idle hit ace of spades, is that a take? No. Like, not at all, I don't think. I mean, in the context of this needle specifically, maybe, because I'm a fuckwit and kind of forgot about it. But, like, in general, I think it's, like, not a take at all. Because even if it hits ace of spades, it's just going to... Like, this needle aside, if it hits ace of spades, it's just, like, falling off of ace of spades. After, right? After this blind, exactly. But given the fact that we're up against this needle that I forgot about, yeah, you could probably convince me to take it. Hello, totally normal cat. All right, well, if we get a lucky molt trigger, I think we're fine. We got some extra hologram scaling. This is a really nice full house, too. We might just be fine in general. I find that kind of hard to believe. Oh, yeah, we got 100 grand with one lucky molt trigger. I think we were fine there just, like, regardless of the situation that we found ourselves in. Off topic, but can you think of 3 actual practical uses for loyalty card, or is it just the worst? It's one practical use that it has is a decent one. You use loyalty card to beat bosses that you're scared of. Like that past needle that we were afraid of. If we could have procced loyalty card into it, then that needle is like a lot less stinky. The problem with that is just like it's bad at that, right? Sometimes it's just like not possible. Sometimes it's like a hassle. Sometimes if you're sacking hands, you're not making money, etc. Like, I don't think loyalty card is turbo ass, but, like, it's bad. It's like turbo niche, and even within its niche, like, I said it in the update video that I made when I talked about, like, reworking loyalty card. It's a good... Loyalty card is in a good niche, which is jokers that kill bosses. The problem is within that, even within that niche, is, like, bad, because... Luchador exists and because Mr. Bones exists. If it solves your problem, you have a bigger problem than you think. If it solves your problem, you have a bigger problem than you think. I don't know where to go with that. I'm not, it's not computing, I guess. I don't think you phrased it all that poorly. I think I might just be an idiot. I think it's good for like... Also, it's like only good for gold stake win streaking, which is like a very small portion of the fan base because like is only good for silver bulleting bosses that would otherwise kill you. Otherwise, it's just taking up a spot in your slots for like no reason. Which I guess you could say that about the other two that I said were better, but like I digress. Loyalty doesn't nuke itself, so it's got that. Yeah, but like when is that relevant? If it helps, you're probably in a worse position than you think. True. Very true. It's just annoying. Like, killing problematic boss blinds is such a good niche to be in, but loyalty card goes about it in such a dumb way. Because, like, you can't control how many... If you could control how many hands you're playing, then, like, yeah, cool. But like sometimes you just can't. Like sometimes in builds where you're scoring a lot and you just happen to die to bosses like the eye and the needle, then sure, you can just sack hands and it's chill. But like if it's an attrition game and you need a loyalty card to beat a boss, but like you can't proc it into that boss because you need to play 3 hands to get out of the blind and loyalty card is about to like trigger. I'm phrasing this poorly, but like you get what I mean. It requires work, I guess, is like what I'm getting at. It requires work. The other 2 boss killers don't. They just like sit there. They all do nothing if you don't come across a boss that's annoying. But like that's fine because then it like if you come across a wall or an eye or a needle or some shit like that or a violet vessel, then they're like cool. But like the issue is that loyalty card requires work, and the other 2 just, like, reward you for doing nothing. The other 2 kill the boss by just sitting there. Loyalty card kills the boss, but he's also like, fuck you, you need to play X amount of hands before I kill the boss, idiot. It's like, bro, I paid money for your ass. You would still be in the shop if it wasn't for me, you fuck. And you want me to do more? I've never encountered bones when it could be useful. You probably just don't win streak then. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Bones is immensely useful, but it's only immensely useful if you like care about not dying. Which I don't know if that's like poor game design or if that's just like the average person is casual. Because like the average person is not gonna take Mr. Bones for like a speculative bad boss. I have to imagine the average person is just like playing the run, and then if they come across like the eye, they just pass away, and then they just like click the new run button. Like I don't think anybody outside of like me and the people in this chat who like gold stake win streak, I don't think anybody outside of gold stake win streakers is taking Luchador is taking Mr. Bones, especially because Luchador I guess has like high score application. But like I digress. I don't know. This was like a very long-winded tangent just to say like loyalty card is ass. It's not ass, it's just outclassed. But like comically so. Do you guys take Matador? Quite a bit, actually. Yeah, I actually like Matador quite a bit. It's unintuitive. Like, loyalty... or Matador's annoying sometimes, but, like, I take him a lot. Particularly in the early game. If you take him after, like, Ante 3, it's kind of... he's still good, but he... You know, I find that you just kind of don't have a slot for him at that point, oftentimes. But if you take him early game, he just like gets you to interest cap immediately, which is like insanely good. I think loyalty card is the worst Joker. I can't think of a worse one. I think Hiker and Showman are both definitely worse in gold stake. I think Hiker's worse in general, actually. I think Hiker, if we're talking about the game as a whole, I think Hiker is probably the worst Joker in the game. If we're talking about exclusively gold stake, then I think Showman is the worst Joker in the game. Because Showman in high score runs is like one of the most valuable game pieces of all time. Hiker just kind of blows no matter what. Hiker is a very fun Joker, but if we're just talking about like power level, which is I'm assuming what people mean when they say like good and bad Jokers, then like Hiker just fucking sucks. No run that has ever been played needs a Hiker. It's just funny to have like a 6 of spades that has like 51 chips attached to it. Hiker is lame. I think Hiker's fun. I'm not gonna lie. Even as somebody who thinks he's really bad, I think Hiker is fun. He's got a unique mechanic, and it synergizes with like all the fun builds that people rant about, which is like retriggers. I just think he's like terrible. I can't believe that I'm like full house maxing. This is evil and fucked up. Excuse me. Hiker described as a win more makes a lot of sense, to be honest, because it's rare you have the support to build your chips through Hiker, right? Yeah, I mean, essentially. In the runs where Hiker is, like, giving one card plus 30 chips, I think that's just, like, not enough to justify the Joker slot. And in the runs where it's going batshit insane and you have, like, a card that has hundreds, even thousands of chips attached to it, probably such a run would still be better with like an X-Molt piece in that slot, but even so, like even in a gold stake context where you have a lot of retriggers, if you have a Hiker in your slot, X-Molt is probably better, but okay, in gold stake, maybe like, you know, you don't have, maybe you haven't seen an X-Molt Joker yet in the shop because you don't really have, you have a lot less control over your shops in the higher stakes where like money is tighter. But, like, if you're playing a Hiker Retriggers build, your ass is probably playing, like, 4 of a kind at the very least. So, like, I mean, the Mars level scales probably better than your Hiker does. Like, fucking just use blue seals. Like, you don't need them. I think you don't need them in, like, any run. Which makes me sad, honestly, because he is really fun. But, like, any run that has Hiker, it's like, purely just for fun and to watch the number go up. It's not because, oh, thank God Hiker pulled up. This run was cooked otherwise. Like, that never happens. Meant to get this out earlier. My biggest issue with loyalty is that it's not enough X-Molt to stand out against other options. I mean, that's not the point of loyalty card, though. I think that's a bad take because I think even though it's, like, super unintuitive to not look at it as a X-Molt Joker, I think if you're looking at it as an X-Molt Joker, you're missing the point of loyalty card, to be fair. I get that kind of doesn't make sense, but like if you're looking at it as an X-Molt Joker, you're missing, you're lost. Loyalty card should be looked at in the same light as Luchador and Mr. Bones are. You don't need loyalty card because you need, like, if you're picking up a loyalty card because your build needs more score, you're lost. You pick up loyalty card because you have a really good build right now, but like you're thinking ahead about what can kill you, and like the eye kills you, needle kills you, violet vessel and anti-8 kills you. And so you could have like one hand that gets the ×4, and that bridges the gap to where, like, maybe you don't die against those bosses. But, like, if you're looking at loyalty card as an X-Molt Joker, like, you're throwing, because it's inconsistent. Unless you're on blue deck and you get the hand voucher, it's, like, that's, like, the only somewhat likely scenario that you're getting consistent loyalty card procs, like, every blind. Or Burglar. If you have Burglar, or if you have Blue Deck Grabber Voucher, that's the only time loyalty card is proccing every blind. Otherwise, it's inconsistent, and if it's inconsistent, then, like, why are you taking it if you need score? That's, like, not the point. How is it going, Cucked Cock? Good one. It's going all right, I suppose. Can I, like, I guess we keep the ace. A little bit awkward. It is what it is. Loki forgot about Burger loyalty card tech. Yeah, I think Burger loyalty card is, like, fine. It's worse than a lot of other things, but, like, it's okay. On builds that live off glass, sporadic X-Molt, like Ancient Idol and Loyalty, excuse me, can also support. Yeah, true. What Thanksgiving dish does loyalty card bring to the function? Probably green bean casserole because it's the most controversial. I think that's a fair take. The opponent just Mega Evolved Charizard with Garchomp out, but it was Mega Charizard X and he killed it with Earthquake. What are we doing? Yeah, that is an MLM. That is an MLM. That has to be. That's hilarious. My favorite teams to see, I haven't seen any of them in VGC this season yet, but I've also only played like 3 games. My favorite teams to see are Charizard Y, Mega Charizard Y Garchomp teams, because against those teams, everybody who plays that team is a bot, and they always lead Charizard Garchomp no matter the matchup, which, to be fair, they have incentive to, because Mega Charizard Y Heatwave in the sun paired with Garchomp Earthquake, which doesn't hurt Mega Charizard Y. That's like a lot of damage, and it's a lot of spread damage. Especially when they see my goofy ass pulling up with like 6 Misfits. But it's my favorite team to go against because I just lead Hatterini, Avalugg all the time. They literally never predict the wide guard ever. They always go for the double spread move. So I just wide guard Trick Room their ass, and then they just lose. Because I go Avalugg, Rock Slide, Hatterini, Dazzling Gleam, and it kills both of their leads, and then they're just like fucked because it's 4v2. I guess what I'm saying is against that archetype of player, I like always get Trick Room up for free. I have a glass card in the deck. I high-key forgot about that. Also, we might be dead into this boss. I honestly don't know. I think with a plus 56 bust, probably we're okay. Methinks we're fine. That's probably the best thing that we can hope to get debuffed. I hate the way you say Hatterini. How do you say it? Like, deadass. How am I saying it wrong, I guess is a better question. Hatterene? That sounds stupid, I can't lie. I don't want to say you sound like an idiot for pronouncing it that way, if that's how you pronounce it, but like, you don't sound like an esteemed professor. That's all I'm saying. I think Hatterini sounds way better. Wow, double Molt Trigger into glass. Yeah, I guess just like give me the win. Hatterene? Yeah, I don't like that, man. I feel like that doesn't sound as good. Excuse me. Thank you for the GGs. All right. That's going to be it for me today. Common Hologram W, Truth Nuke. Best Gold Stake Joker by a mile. Maybe not by a mile. Maybe not even best Gold Stake Joker. I'm kind of glazing, but it is really good. Who we rating tonight? Anybody that we know streaming? Nandre is streaming right now. I think maybe we raid Dolly instead. I'll leave it up to chat, I suppose. Who do we want to raid? Nandre's doing Naninf. Dolly is doing C++. Maybe we go C++ because that's more up our alley. Streamer called Memory Lane. Why does that sound familiar? They're doing gold stakes for the first time. They're on the yellow deck. They seem to be doing well for the first time. We could do any of these. Thank you for the stream. Good night. Good night, Mark. Thank you for pulling up. Let's raid Memory Lane if they're doing gold stakes for the first time. The other streamers also have like hella viewers. So I think they'll be fine without the raid. Let's try and support some lesser known streamers tonight. Anyhow, chat, I'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place, same challenge. What are we at for progression now? 84, I reckon. 84%. That's not bad. We need one more Joker for completionist. We need 2 more orange stakes, and then we're just on to gold stakes, and we have C+. Maybe we'll make C+. After. Maybe we'll get C+ before completionist. Anyhow. Love you guys. Stay safe. Sleep well. And have a good one. Sub to the YouTube. I got some good videos planned over there. Good Jokerless video just came out this past weekend. And join the Discord. We got fantastic folks in there. We banter max a lot. We play various games in there. It's a fun time. Join up. Anyhow, Go show Memory Lane some love. Don't backseat too hard because it's the first time doing gold stakes. I'm going to go find something to eat, and then I'm going to grind my buddy's Cobblemon world because that's had me in a stranglehold. Bye! Love you guys.